Okay. Howdy. Howdy, 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 howdy. What's up? TTS is on, but I'm muting alerts for a sec while I talk to you guys. Did you remember to tell chat go smash? I have no idea what you're talking about. Did I see the latest episode of Game Grumps? No, I've never watched Game Grumps. What's your go over hangover cure? I simply don't get hangovers. Hey, Cherry. How y'all doing? Oh god, I'm so tired. I thought the same till I had 14 shots of margarita wine. Shots of wine? Hell yeah. Watch the new Game Grumps. They say slower, it's funny. I'll keep it in mind. Whew. Margarita wine isn't wine. I don't know what alcohol is. Are you hungover or still drunk? I'm just tired now. Is just me hearing the weird audio? Yeah, it's just you. Charlotte96. Just you. Exclusively you. You gonna react to the new Mom X Fit? I don't know what's in it. I don't know. What? Vosh, you've been awfully quiet since the, Donglesberg, video dropped. What? It's like some 78 view video. Well, Mama Max has large views, so it's not really comparable, but it's like 2 hours. I don't think you want to watch it, lol. What is it? What is it? Am I in it? Is that why it's brought up? 1 hour. Believe all abusers. I already do that. My response to the Mama Max allegations. I don't know. I don't understand any of this. It's just drama with his exes. Why the fuck would I watch an hour-long video about a YouTuber I don't watch talking about drama with his exes? Why would I react to that on stream? What? Proud of you, Kalima. Just him talking about how shitty his exes are? Yeah. Look at this candidate for Ohio Senate. Nope. Nice try. Nice try. Nice try. Nice try. Did you see the satellite video of Pelosi doing a barrel roll over the Pacific? Dude, are you guys ready? Pelosi's landing. Pelosi's landing in Taiwan, like what, tomorrow morning our time? It's time, baby. Get your unfortunate son playing. The meme is gonna be real. Hell yeah. Get it up. All right. Yeah. Defend Taiwan. Let's go. Deep in the jungles of Taiwan. 109 quote tweets. Oh, people get super mad about China threatening war. Crazy. Maupin's accused Biden and Pelosi of treason already. I'm sure. Am I an anarcho-Taiwanist? Yeah. People can't handle jokes. What jokes? We have a defensive treaty with Taiwan, baby. You think the Russia-Ukraine situation is bad? We didn't have a defensive treaty with them. We do with Taiwan. Biden has already said that we'll directly intervene if China invades Taiwan. That's not a joke. Biden said that directly, immediately, quickly, in response to a reporter asking him. Do you think there is a utilitarian argument against Pelosi's visit to Taiwan? Not one. Yeah, not a joke, Jack. It true? Yeah, it's true.
President Biden's statement that the United States would defend Taiwan from an attack.
There is another will.
attack triggered a sharp response from China. It also raises questions
Dark
about whether
Brandon
the
at the
president is
negotiation
changing
table.
U.S. policy and making a new security commitment to Taiwan. Nick Schifrin has the story.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Prime Minister of Japan and the President of the United States.
In Tokyo State Palace today, a meeting of two historic allies and a president willing to confront Beijing on its most sensitive subject.
Are you willing to get involved militarily to defend Taiwan if it comes to that?
Yes.
That's no hesitation right there. World War III, let's go.
You are.
That's the commitment we made.
Today's remarks repeat what President Biden said last October.
So are you saying that that the United States would come to Taiwan's defense if China attacked?
Yes, we have a commitment to do that.
That's not official U.S. policy. The Taiwan Relations Act obligates the U.S. to enable Taiwan to maintain a sufficient self-defense capability and maintain the capacity of the U.S. to resist any resort to force. But despite U.S. weapons sales to Taiwan, the U.S. has been ambiguous whether it would intervene militarily.
Until
And the U.S. acknowledges that all Chinese on both sides of the Taiwan Strait maintain that there is one China and Taiwan is a part of China, as Biden reiterated today.
We agree with a one China policy. We signed on to it and all the attendant agreements made from there. But the idea that it can be taken by force will dislocate the entire region and be another action similar to what happened in Ukraine. And so it's a burden that is even stronger.
China views Taiwan as a breakaway province and vows reunification.
All right, we know all this. We got it. Yeah, Zoth. I think most Taiwanese people basically want, like, the status quo right now anyway. Like, most Taiwanese people don't want to rush to independence, and they don't want to rush to reunification. They just kind of want things to, like, be chill right now. What's the based red-pilled option? War or no war? Well, obviously we don't want war, but China is the one threatening to start the war, because they're the warmongers, and America is the peace-loving ally of freedom and the international proletariat. As we have always been. Okay, like, I know I'm joking, but Russia and China sure are making an effort to make us the good guys, huh? Like, you have three, like, big, like, militarily and nuclear-powered hegemons, and in the same year, like, China amps up invasion threats against Taiwan, and Russia invades Ukraine. It's like, Biden hasn't started a war this year. They're really making us the lesser evil here. It's kind of fucking embarrassing, you know? Yeah. Is China a paper tiger somewhat? We're not getting a Russia 2.0. Sorry. No, I wouldn't make that mistake. No. I mean, is it a paper tiger relative to what people think it is? Sure, but it's not like a Russia situation. People pretend that China and America are on par when it comes to our military power. They're not. There is only one superpower, and it's us. But they're like they have a real military. You know, it's their military isn't like 10 trillion like Cold War era leftovers that have had their fuel siphoned and their metal sawn off for scrap by like Sergei, so that he could buy more vodka while, like, being the single guard at the local nuclear depot. It's, you know, they're not at that level of degradation. Isn't the Chinese military policy based on the Russian one? In an abstract, like, you know, the liberatory forces of the Chinese proletariat are based on the, you know, the Bolshevik revolutionary strategy. Like, I mean, you can tie lines if you want, but they're nowhere near as incompetent, and they're much wealthier than Russia. The standard issue rifle doesn't shoot straight. Yeah, well, you know what? We don't get our kills with rifles anymore, so it doesn't even matter. Superior Chinese technology. saves money on rifle construction by recognizing that rifles are for suppressive fire, while the heavy ordnance does the actual work. You know, the ideal future firearm is a rifle that has no barrel. It's a bullpup, and the barrel cuts off right at the trigger guard right here. And you just have half the weight of the gun is the magazine. You just run around with like essentially two MAC-10s just spraying wildly. It's the future of combat. I'm not being serious right now. We've never fought an enemy like China. A war would be devastating for us. Oh yeah, of course. Also, like, nukes. So, better hope China doesn't start a war for no reason. That'd be good. We need an anime about a depressed naval pilot fighting against the Chinese and the Russians. We need a lot. Dude, what's the name of that band that fascists are always doing like fash retro wave meme-tages over? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? It's like dark something, like dark. The Beatles. I don't think... Little Dark Age, yeah, or New Dark Age, or something like that. I saw an NCD. Wait, will I get copyright if I play one of those songs? Wait, how big is the band? Is it like tiny indie band? Will I be fine? Probably not, right? I'll get copyright? Fuck, dude. It's so good, though. They're huge? Oh, yeah, I don't know shit about, like, music, yeah. They're actually really good. Well, every time I hear their songs, I feel like the songs sound pretty good. Yeah, gotcha, White. But, yeah, damn. They're so big they made their own label? Oh, damn. That's pretty big. Somebody made a good meme-tage of the victory in Ukraine. God willing. Oh, I don't normally do this, but while drunk browsing on Twitter, I saw this. Do you guys want to see? Are we still all sexist enough to appreciate anti-Karen posting? Hold on. Yes, we are. We already are. I don't normally look at stuff like this, but this one has a happy ending.
Mommy? You heard me. Say it again. I didn't hear you. What'd you say to me? Go tell me.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, you need to leave, man.
He's being rude. You're being
No,
rude.
I'm not being rude. You need to leave.
I'm buying something.
No, you don't want any more customer. You need to leave.
Oh, I'm not a customer?
You're not a
So then I
customer,
want my
sister.
thousands of dollars I spend here back every day.
No, leave.
Leave.
You need
So
to
then
leave.
give me my thousands of dollars. Give me my thousands of dollars.
No, leave.
Give me my thousands of dollars back.
Leave.
Then give me my thousands of dollars back.
Out.
Cool, you're getting fired.
Bye.
Fired.
Go.
Fired. Fired. I said, I'm not leaving. Call the cops. I've done nothing wrong. I'm trying to buy something. And he's like, I'm not discounting anything. I'm not selling you anything. Get out of my store. Like pushing me out. Like walking me out. Not touching me, but like push.
Oh, fuck. What we should have done right at the beginning was I should have just shown, like, this chick's face and been like, okay, how many of you would? And then all the people in chat could feel really bad after they hear her voice and see the rest of this.
Pushing me basically out. And then I turn around and you're going to be rude. Go back to your country. Go back to your country. Because he wasn't from here. That was it. And I mean this sincerely. For all the people in the back, if you ain't gonna fucking respect Americans, go back to your country. Respect is earned, not given. Don't be fucking rude and work in customer service, for one. So I turn around, I say go back to your motherfucking country and learn some fucking manners before you come here. Whatever the fuck I said, spitfire, as always, you know how I do. That was fucking it. Back in New York, the word fag is not really like offensive, but I understand we live in a day and age and everybody's not from New York City and everything is
She's got like the world's biggest shovel, digging the world's deepest hole, you know? Like, it's a profound lack of self-awareness. She's just like furiously tunneling down to the center of the earth.
Sensitive to everybody who's not from New York City. So the gay guy got really offended when I said for him to go back to his country. Get out of here, you fucking cunt. Go back to your country? Yeah? You ignorant? Go back. Yeah, you this, you fucking cunt. Yelling, screaming at me. So I finally pull out my phone. I'll show you the end of it. Here's the video. Been on the phone in the parking lot still with customer service complaining because that's not how we treat customers. So Mr. Hansen and Jamie are going to lose their job today. This is what happens when we fuck with Amanda Marie Keshner. Okay, bye!
Okay, so that's great and everything. Anyway, the only reason we're watching this right now is because Home Depot responded. Hey, Ken, we looked into this today. Our associates weren't fired. They should have never been put in this position. Isn't that nice? How often do you see that? The official account jumped in. They were like, yeah, it's all good. Well, we would never fire our honorable workers for calling this bitch a cunt.
You heard me. Say it again. I didn't hear you.
They're totally fine to do that. Yeah, the rarest Corpo W. They actually say it twice in this thread. They say it somewhere else here. They say it twice. Where's the fag part come from? I don't fucking know. This is what I say. Like the whole hippie thing translates really well into a bunch of fashy characteristics because it's like she just looks like a hippie and then she's like homophobic, racist, xenophobic, nationalistic, like laying it on like in rapid succession, you know. Why do hippies tend to be reactionary? Because you know what? Because spiritualism is positively associated with reactionary thought. Because irrational metaphysical explanations for human behavior tend to be inherent and essentialist, and that transcribes really well into fascism. There's a reason the Nazis were so obsessed with the occult, you know. Oh yeah, here we go. Thank you for helping bring this to our attention. After looking at this, our associates are not fired. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe Home Depot's lying and they'll fire him anyway. I can't predict. I'm not clairvoyant, but I think that's cool. I don't know. I think that's cool. Yeah. They probably won't fire them. Well, after saying on their official Twitter account that they won't. I mean, I assume this isn't just like some rogue social media agent. I mean, they probably like checked to confirm that. I can smell her car. Yeah, it smells crazy in there.
Walking me out, not touching me.
Woo!
But like pushing me basically out. And turn around, I say go back to your...
I mean, chat was still spamming, you know, like I can fix her. And you can't, by the way. It's cute that you think that. Okay, I'm so sorry. Out of curiosity, I just checked Caleb Maupin's Twitter. Naturally, one of the top things is him retweeting something about me. Find conservatives and tell them all you know about Vosh. Stop saying that Antifa supports China. This is Vosh. He's Joe Biden's lead cheerleader on YouTube. And he's sporting a Taiwan flag and not a People's Republic of China flag. This is not the anti-Bush left. What? I've also got the Kosovo flag now. I need to learn the lyrics to like the Albanian national anthem. I hope it's like ridiculously patriotic. National anthem of Albania. Hymn to the flag. Oh no, I want the lyrics. Wait, hold on. So I can sing along. Albania national anthem. Lyrics. In English, obviously. United around the flag with one desire and one goal. I don't know the tempo or the beat or anything. Let us pledge our word of honor to fight for our salvation. Only he who is a born traitor averts from the struggle. He whose brave is not daunted, but falls a martyr to the cause. Is this can't be a direct translation. It's like 1/4 the length of Lay it up. Let your heart fill with love for Albania and a hatred for the Serbs. Is this copyright? No, it's a national anthem. Nobody copyrights national anthems. It'd be insane if they did. Ah, yes. Albania is next to Azerbaijan, retard. No! Albania is next to Azerbaijan, retard. No! I have since re-educated myself. I have since undergone re-education to you know, appropriately. Man, that was almost a year ago. I gotta get drunk and be racist on stream more. Hell yeah. Albanian war song. Holy shit. Oh, fuck yeah. Holy shit. Oh shit. Wait, this is okay. We have to stop here because otherwise we're just gonna spend the entire stream listening to like bloodthirsty Kosovo nationalist war anthems. This actually really slaps. This slaps hard. Holy shit. Oh my god. Yeah, 6.2 thousand Serbs found this video. What do you think staunchly anti-war leftists such as Luxembourg, Eugene Debs would say about China and Taiwan? I don't think you can really guess what they would say because they lived in a pre-nuclear world. Nukes changed everything. My general logic is this, right? Okay, so the idea is like China and Russia have no real excuse for invading Taiwan and Ukraine, respectively. They're doing it because they're bloodthirsty fascist nations. You know, whatever. That's standard affair. You know, now. Russia was willing to invade Ukraine. Ukraine doesn't have any like mutual defensive treaties. Taiwan does. what standard do you think it sets if China can like invade any country, even if it has a defensive treaty with the United States, and we just back off it, you know? The issue is, like, by my logic, the thing is, like, bloodthirsty imperialist nations, like, they feed on blood, and it's like an engine that gets going, you know? If you give them an inch, they take a mile, and the last thing that I would want is for Russia and China to grow drunk on conquest. Because that's what happens in situations like this, right? Like, this is what happened with fucking Hitler and Mussolini. And Hirohito, Imperial Japan, where they start off with, like, invading weaker neighbors, bullying people out of defending mutual allies, annexations. But when they get confident enough, then they go for the big one, you know? And I don't want them. It's like you give them nothing, you know? If Russia wants Ukraine, they'll have to sacrifice their entire economy and hundreds of thousands of conscripts for it. And if China wants Taiwan, then we have to be there, you know? Because I think the long-term consequences of them getting, like, being allowed to do that are worse than them being stopped here. And I don't think there's a world where, like, Russia takes Ukraine, China takes Taiwan, and then they just stop. They're like, yeah, okay, that was enough. Like, that was the only completely unprovoked, insane annexation we were going to do. And that's it. And we're totally fine now. Like, I don't think it ends there. It's just, like, that's... You're only giving them, like, a pretext and, like, a national fervor. And you know if they just get a clean victory, like, they're going to use that as propaganda fuel forever, right? Like, if China wants to start making arguments based on ancestral territory like Russia did with Ukraine, you know, the Russian Empire has occupied massive, like, wide swaths of territory throughout history. China has connections to everything because it's, like, the oldest country. If you start giving them this, like, oh yeah, remember when glorious Russia, glorious China successfully reunited ancient land with, you know, this invasion or this annexation or whatever, and, like, pathetic Westerners backed off and let us do it? That is, like, an invitation to do it again. And I think it just gets worse and worse until eventually they get crazy enough that, you know, nukes are more on the table than they were before. That's why I am the way I am, you know? It's not... I think it's... I think you need to be... Isn't China the largest it's ever been? Well, historically... China did control Taiwan since, like, the 1600s. But if you want to make arguments about, like, Han Chinese or, like, ethnic ties or whatever, like, they can do whatever they want, right? Imperialists can find literally any justification they want for annexation. They'll always find something. That's assuming everyone's rational, Aegis 13. Genuinely asking, would you support China or Russia stepping in when the U.S. invades other countries? Dude, yeah, if we fucking pull an Iraq 2 or whatever, I guess Iraq was just Vietnam 2. If we do a Vietnam 3 or whatever, I think the other hegemons have every right to supply the militaries we're fighting against. And first of all, I don't think we would ever invade a country, like a full-on ground invasion of a country that has, like, a mutual defensive pact with China. That'd be kind of insane, right? The closest thing you can really think of is, like, Bashir al-Assad in Syria, but that's more of a, like, you know, Russia and America are both, like, prodding a corpse territory. I don't think anything really compares just full-on invading Taiwan. But it gets complicated. Do you think the U.S. would ever invade Cuba? Not anymore, not at this point. Oh god, Gally. It infects. Yeah, Hunga Master. I'm just saying I don't think they need, like, a rational pretext. What do you think about Dark Brandon drone striking Al-Qaeda leader? U.S. drone strike kills Al-Qaeda leader Ayman al-Zawahiri in Afghanistan. Let me see. When this happened today. One of the plotters behind 9/11. Are they making that up? Wait, this was the guy back 15 years ago? Is he, like, 800 years old now? What did they do? They drone strike his fucking retirement home? Okay. Second in command to Bin Laden. I say it's based. I don't care. Any info on if civilians were harmed? Well, if civilians were harmed, it's not based. I retract that.
The States successfully concluded an airstrike in Kabul, Afghanistan that killed the emir of al-Qaeda, Ayman al-Zawahiri. You know, Zawahiri was bin Laden's leader. He was with him the whole time.
I know I've talked about this before, but I'm generally a little bit more, I'm generally willing to give a little bit more leeway to Biden when it comes to drone strikes, because he's really ramped down the number of drone strikes since he became president. Oh, this is just U.S. military strikes, not even just drone strikes. Like, things got cut down significantly, which is good, you know, which is good. We have a chart. Do I have to read words? Oh, Bashar al-Assad. Bashir sounds cooler. After taking office, Biden set up a new system requiring White House approval for any strikes outside active war zones, and later published Trump's loose rules that enabled so many civilian massacres. Whereas Trump's oversaw more than 1,600 air and artillery strikes in Iraq and Syria during his first 11 months, Air Wars reports just 4 during Biden's term so far. That's pretty based, man. 1,600 air and artillery strikes down to 4 in a comparable time period. That's just in Iraq and in Syria, though, not including Somalia. Strikes in Somalia fell from roughly 75 last year to fewer than 10 this year with no civilian casualties. In Yemen, annual total dropped from 18 to maybe 4. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's an improvement, yeah. Definitely a big improvement. Yeah, well.
He was his number 2 man, his deputy at the time the terrorist attack 9/11. He was deeply involved in the planning.
Remember when one of those drone strikes killed a bunch of staff workers? Yeah, we covered that. The attack killed like a bunch of innocents and like some fucking kids too. And the military, the Pentagon like strike approval process was like, he's driving a white car Tango, white car looking a little sussy, sus Tango, Delta Roger Fox, confirm target? No time to confirm target. Almost finished loading the 3 children out of the back of the white car. Deploy the strike, you know. Yeah, I remember that.
Of 9/11.
9/11.
One of the most responsible for the attacks that murdered 2,977 people on American soil. For decades, he was the mastermind behind attacks against Americans, including the bombing of the USS Cole in 2000, which killed 17 American sailors and wounded dozens more. He played a key role in the bombing of U.S. embassies in Kenya and Tanzania, killing 224 and wounding over 4,500 others. He carved a trail of murder and violence against American citizens, American service members, American diplomats, and American interests. And since the United States delivered justice to bin Laden 11 years ago, Zawahiri has been a leader of al-Qaeda, the leader. From hiding...
Wait, I'm looking at YouTube chat. Not even trying to hide the fact that he's reading off teleprompter. I mean, yeah, politicians are always reading off teleprompters, like, all the time, when they're doing any kind of press briefing. I think he got... I mean, he's got the COVID right now. I don't know if he got, like, a facelift or something. I feel like he looks different. People were calling that out. Conspiracy theorists were saying he got replaced with clone or something, but I don't know. Maybe it's just a consequence of the medicine that he's been given. He's also, like, super old.
He coordinated al-Qaeda's branches and all around the world, including setting priorities for providing operational guidance that call for and inspired attacks against U.S. targets. He made videos, including in recent weeks, calling for his followers to attack the United States and our allies.
Whoa, gay.
Now, justice has been delivered, and this terrorist leader is no more. People around the world no longer need to fear the vicious and determined killer. The United States continues to demonstrate our resolve and our capacity to defend the American people against those.
Okay, yeah, we know what he's going to say. I feel like in a pretextual sense, we have a decent justification for drone strikes in Afghanistan because, you know, the Afghanistan the government was our ally, and then we left, and they immediately lost to the Taliban. So, you know, I feel like you could do this kind of like, well, yeah, we don't recognize the legitimacy of Taliban rule in Afghanistan, and, you know, the embers of the government still smolder, and we support that, and blah, blah. It's not quite the same as attacking like a full sovereign. This stuff gets tricky. Bosh, that's semantics. I mean, it's all semantics. It's really about, like, justifications. Hell yeah, Gelling. Can we just not do drone strikes? I mean, if it's actually the #2 guy behind 9/11 and no civilians were killed, I think that's pretty okay, to be honest. I'm okay with that. That seems okay to me. That seems all right. I wonder if there's any way to really find out the impact the drones have on, like, total casualties. Right? Because obviously, like, the downsides with drones is that you can do them anywhere, everywhere, all the time, with total impunity. You don't need to commit any troops to the ground, which means that it's really easy to do drone strikes without any kind of, like, major commitment. But you also don't have to put any boots on the ground. I wonder if we didn't have drones, would like, if drones just didn't exist, would our government be like, yeah, dude, we totally need, like, 10,000 troops in Afghanistan and Syria and Iraq? And, like, would it be like, in the absence of drone warfare, would we feel the need to compensate for it with traditional occupation? Or would we just leave it be, and the addition of drones is only like a net negative? I don't know if there's a way. I feel like I lean towards the net negative. I think in my opinion, if it weren't for drones, government officials would just be like, you know, like, not worth the, you know, but because we have drones, it's actually way easier to do, you know, a lot of this stuff. And otherwise they wouldn't go for it. I think that's just, an opinion I have. Drones should be treated how mines were in the 90s. Nah, I don't think you can compare drones to mines. Mines are like a horrendously immoral, anti-civilian thing. Drones have a relatively, in terms of, like, types of military engagement, drones are less collateral damagey. They are? Yeah. Most drone attacks kill civilians, though? Yeah, but it's nothing like mines. I mean, most military engage... You sure about that? Yeah. Oh, wait. If you think that drone strikes and mines compare in the negative impacts to civilian populations, you need to look up what mines have done to countries that have had them dropped on. It's not even remotely comparable, you know? Not even, like, you know, for decades, like, whole massive swaths of territory are like, children are getting their legs blown off, like, no-goes. I mean, it's like chemical warfare in terms of, like, the indiscriminate destruction that you lay in an area. Hey, you know who uses mines a bunch these days? Russians do. Russians love sowing mines. They do that shit. They do it whenever they're salty. Whenever they're losing a territory and they have to retreat, they spike drop a fuck ton of mines everywhere. Real tiny ones, too, like the kinds that'll blow a leg off but won't usually kill you, like low fragmentation, high explosive mines. Russians love doing that shit. Yeah, toe poppers. They literally booby trap dead civilians. Yeah, they're fucking... I mean, why people call them orcs, right? I mean, they're insane. Having unexploded mines made miles of land unlivable in some places? Yeah, 100%. Wasn't that's still a thing in, like, the Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, just the whole fucking there, you know? Yeah, there's still there are still mines. Indochina, yeah. Hold on. Mines remaining in Vietnam? I guess we'll start there. Is there a way of... It's estimated that more than 3 million landmines, unidentified explosive objects, and cluster munitions remain buried in Vietnam. Since 1975, over 40,000 Vietnamese have died from these deadly remnants of war, and over 60,000 have been injured. That's just Vietnam. Let's take a look at Laos. Laos. Legacy of 80 million unexploded U.S. bombs. Jesus Christ. Anyway, it's not a defending drone strikes thing. I'm only saying that, like, landmines are like a uniquely fucked thing. They're like a phenomenally fucked thing. Yang was just 22 and burning rubbish near his village in the province of Giang Kun in his northeast Laos when a bomb blast tore off one of his eyelids, his top lip, and an ear, mutilated one of his arms, and left him with severe scarring from the waist up. I remember burning the garbage, but after the explosion I was unconscious for 2 weeks. I felt extreme pain all over my body. I still feel pain always. His wounds were not caused by a modern-day conflict, but by the remnants of a war that is waged for more than 40 years... more than 40 years ago, and is still destroying lives in the small Southeast Asian nation. Some 80 million unexploded bombs are scattered across the country. The deadly legacy of what became known as America's secret war in Laos, a CIA-led mission during the Vietnam War. Yeah. Yeah, 10 unexploded munitions for every single, like, citizen of Laos. During the Yugoslav War, the country of Bosnia had landmines covering about 2.1% of the borders within the country. Jesus Christ. Why doesn't the U.S. do anything to fix this? Well, I mean, we're the U.S. We suck. Though, to be fair, I don't think most countries are willing to do, like, reparations of that kind. I don't know what we could really do, though. Demining a country like that. I mean, do you just give them a bunch of money? I have no idea what you do. Here's, like, $500 billion for demining equipment. And here's also, like, 100,000 poor American inner-city black kids to operate it. Good luck. What do you... I have no idea what you could do to unfuck this situation. Billions would... Yeah, no, billions wouldn't cover it. $500 billion is not even remotely enough. Is there really no way to either disarm or safely set them all off? Nope. There's no off button for any of this shit. These aren't like electric munitions. There's no like pulse that you can put into the ground. A lot of these munitions are detonated accidentally, or you literally like throw rocks at them to detonate them. That's it. Like it's a 1-by-1. Yeah, because if they could be easily gotten rid of, they wouldn't be very good mines, right? Yeah, you dig them up or you roll something over them. There is, you can demine things, but you can't just like clear an acre. Wait, didn't we look on stream once at that like sick ass fucking demining tool? Wait, hold on. Anti-mine vehicle. Didn't we like it shoots like a sick... Yeah, this thing. This thing was super fucking cool, to be honest with you. Not worth the mines, but... That costs a ton of money. Yeah, I don't think the fucking villagers of Laos are going to be able to afford this, but... It basically fires an explosive rope. Yeah, the C4 cum rope. Like high concussive that knocks out all the mines. That's a mine clearing thing? This is a mine clearing thing, yeah. There's no reason to use this against personnel. 10 best mine clearing. What's the American one? There we go. Did you know China actually didn't threaten to shoot down Pelosi? Well, wasn't it a Chinese official who said that they would have to forcibly deter Pelosi, and failing that, they would have to bring her down or something? I forget the exact words, but they basically said that. Yeah, Chinese state media, yeah. Not an official? I mean, being a part of state media kind of makes you... Yeah, I guess not technically an official, but like, you know. I think it's fair to consider that. Like, it's like not official, you know. Either way, it's not like an official Chinese position or whatever. I think a big problem with clearing mines is also that the type of mine clearing device that you need to use changes depending on the type of mine. So mines that are just like a little bit of high explosive that are meant to blow a leg off, I think these are really good for that, because those explosives can't really destroy machines like this. The little mines that just get like laid everywhere, and if you step on them, like your lower half disintegrate, like that won't do anything to one of these, I think. But if they have mines in there that are meant to be like anti-tank or more, more like anti-vehicle or whatever, or anti-ordnance, like that could fuck up one of these. And then, like, you're out a very expensive piece of equipment. What is this? Somebody said this is the one I used in the Marines. Oh yeah, the cum rope. Oh, but this is different from the Russian one. Hit the button. Hit the button. Hit the button. Hit the button. Yeah. Okay. So you might... Okay, here's a quiz for people in chat who are looking at this. Think of the design of the cum rope launcher. What about its design gives you the bad feels? Is there something about this design that gives you a sinking feeling about the prospect of mine clearing? The answer... this is a very expensive piece of equipment. I mean, this is like a modern thing. It only clears roads. That's the thing. When you drop cluster mines, which cost no money, by the way, everywhere, like they get everywhere. They get in the bushes. They get out in the farms. They get in the literally in the trees. They get everywhere. Even our like expensive advanced piece of demining equipment just clear roads. So this stuff is meant for clearing mines that are in like obstructing our military. This is not good for making a country safe to live in again. Does that make any sense? Like, even with all of our strength, this is just making sure our guys have a clear path. And by the way, this is like a real, like, this is a real thing people have to deal with. Like, in some countries, they will literally say, like, stay on the road has been demined. We don't know if the ditches on the side have. That's a real thing. Like, that's an actual consideration people have to make. Like, yeah, the road has been cleared, so stay on the road. Because you have no idea. It's hundreds and hundreds of miles of countryside road. You have no idea. Millions of unexploded landmines all over the place. It's just incredibly difficult because it can't be done. Senua psychosis. You can't mass detonate a mine with like a seismic pulse. It'd be cool if we could, but approximately 23 million mines in Egypt. Yeah, it's just why not? Because we just can't. It just doesn't work that way. Mines are usually they usually detonate when forces put on them from above, not when they like vibrate or whatever. Like you step on them, you know?
The unforgiving fields of Egypt's western deserts. For centuries, they had provided a means to life for local.
Give them a bomber plane, but instead of dropping rocks, or instead of dropping bombs, they drop rocks to set off the mines. Yeah, get the using advanced algorithms, AI learning to calculate the flight path of the U.S. bombers that dropped mines over Laos 50 years ago, so we can retrace their steps with a new bomber and drop rocks at the exact same velocity and direction and hit all the mines.
Local herders, but in recent decades a curse for those who've dared cross them. Beneath the dry lands lie an estimated 16 million landmines and unexploded munitions, a horrifying legacy of World War II battles at El Alamein more than 65 years ago, still being felt today. It was one of these munitions that Abdullah Shahabi picked up while he was one day farming. The explosion claimed his arm and maimed his face, shattering his life and making most of his daily tasks unbearably difficult.
Every day I see people's reactions when they see my arm and my face. They get scared. This affects me greatly. I've struggled to find a job and earn a living. I'm only able to work because my friend hired me out of compassion.
In 1942, Egypt was still under the colonial control of Great Britain. It was in the country's western deserts that British, Italian, and German militaries buried millions of landmines in an attempt to slow down advancing forces. El Alamein was the site of historic battles that helped change the course of World War II and of history. According to the Egyptian government, World War II-era landmines and munitions have victimized nearly 8,000 people. And despite the Egyptian military's demining efforts, the government is in need of new technologies and financial assistance in clearing large swaths of lands. It estimates that demining the El Alamein battlefields alone could cost $20 billion. Not only are the minefields a humanitarian...
Here, facts about landmines from Landmine Free towards a landmine-free world. Oh, that's cool. Look, countries around the world affected by mines, and then you have mines actively used by both state and non-state armed groups, and it's like only Russia. Russia's like the only country on here where the government will actively use mines today. Thanks, Russia. Not the only. We've got, more, but, yeah. Russia developed mines for the Afghan war that looked like children's toys to attract civilians. Ah, yeah, I remember this. Thanks, Russia. PFM1 training mine, distinguishable from the live version of the Cyrillic letter Y. Yeah. Butterfly mines. There's, design. Place, the shape and bright color is attractive to children, inspiring claims they were deliberately designed to look like a toy. This was denied by the Soviets, and while the mines did endanger children, there's no evidence to suggest they were designed to look appealing. I believe them. These are just casualties from mines in 2010. Estimated there are around 110 million landmines in the ground right now. Mines cost between $3 and $30, but the cost of removing them is $300 to $1,000. Cost of removing all existing mines would be $50 to $100 billion. That'd be a good project for like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos to do, I think. More than 4,200 people, of whom 42% are children, remarkable coincidence there, have been falling victim to landmines and ERWs annually in many of the countries affected by post-war and post-conflict situations around the world. According to Landmine Monitor, the number of landmine and UXO casualties was 11,700 in 2002 and 4,286 in 2011. Oh yeah, mines are wicked cheap. I mean, yeah, well, mines are super cheap. It's literally just like an explosive and a weight sensor. I mean, there's not... Yeah, it's very, very simple. Mines kill or maim more than 5,000 annually. One deminer is killed and 2 injured for every 5,000 successfully removed mines. They said there were 80 million in Laos. At those numbers, that would be over 10,000 deminers killed. Like 13,000 deminers killed to clear all that. 16,000, yeah. The areas mostly affected by landmines: Egypt, Angola, Iran, Afghanistan, Iraq, China, Cambodia, Mozambique, Bosnia, Croatia, Somalia. I think a lot of the explosives in Laos are unexploded munitions, not mines. Am I correct in that? A ton of the yeah, I think the vast majority, yeah, like bombs that just didn't blow up. Because we dropped a lot of bombs on Laos. So I guess that's some good news, because unexploded munitions aren't as sensitive to just fucking killing people as mines are, because mines have active sensors or like triggers that you step on, and unexploded munitions, it varies. Over 200 yeah, it's because of cluster bombs, dude. Over 270 million cluster bombs dropped by the US on Laos, but cluster bombs fucking suck. They're shit. Like, a lot of those bombs just don't explode. Butterfly mines being used right now in Ukraine. Hey! They're back! Russia using war crime Cold War munition. Throw a rock at it from far away. Yeah, yeah, wow. I didn't think they'd do it. That was very dangerous. Did any of you get hit by shrapnel? Are you okay? The shrapnel is like... It will kill you. Why'd you tell them to do that, Vosh? Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Huh? I haven't seen her. Oh, well, that's one fewer $3 mine. It only took risking 2 guys' lives. A lot of these mines don't have shrapnel effect to keep them cheap. Do you know why a lot of these mines don't have shrapnel? It's not to keep them cheap, actually. It's to make them expensive for the other side. Oh, fuck, Pigeon wasn't here. She just ran up. Pigeon was here. They don't put shrapnel because they don't want to kill people with the landmines. A lot of the landmines are just regular high explosives with minimal shrapnel, and the purpose of that is because they want to blow a leg off and create a casualty that's not a death. A death just means a corpse has to be buried and a flag has to be presented at like a fucking widow's house or whatever. But an injury, somebody whose leg is blown off but they're still alive, that's like a massive expense to the military. Like, you have to take care of them for months and years, and like they're a burden to society and blah blah blah, you know, in a monetary sense. Yeah, creating wounded soldiers, are they not also for damaging vehicles? Those butterfly mines can't really damage vehicles. They're for killing people. It's like mustard gas. Yeah. It's about injuring, not killing. Shrapnel kills, though. You know, the metal comes out fast as a bullet. Gets you, you know, that's it. There's always going to be some shrapnel. The metal casing around the explosive turns into shrapnel. But, you know, they don't have, like, little fragmentation pellets. Yeah, President Kalk, yeah. Laos already built on top of bombs and even uses them as decorations. Hell yeah. Well, you know, when life gives you lemons, they say. Some big bombs. Those are not... I guess these might be the shells of cluster munitions. I don't know if cluster munition shells get this big. This might just be a regular bomb shell. No, if it was a regular bomb no, I don't know. Yeah, well, whatever. Those are active. I have to assume these aren't still active. You know, like someone's got to run up there with a hammer and fucking detonate half the town square with you know, like 3 tons of unexploded ordnance. You see the Gravel Institute video? You know, we were going to play Metro. How did things turn out this way? Yeah, okay, we'll watch the Gravel Institute video, and then I'm playing Metro, okay? Yeah. The rats can be trained to sniff out landmines, if they're above ground, I think, or a little bit below ground. Yeah, that's a way. We lose a lot of brave rats that way. But if they do good, they get to retire, and they get lots of cheese. Aren't you too hungover? I'm not hungover. I got drunk during the day and sobered up during the day. I'm fine. Gravel Institute. Oh, this is a new video. The most bombed country in history.
Huge B-52s flew up to 300 sorties a day against suspected communist positions.
For 9 years, the United States conducted one of the biggest bombing campaigns in the history of the world. Against a country pretty much no American had any idea they were fighting. The country they were targeting is not one you've heard a lot about. It's not Japan, or Korea, or Vietnam, or Iraq. It's a country that is totally unknown to the vast majority of people. This is the story of Laos.
On average, bombs were dropped here every 8 minutes for 9 years.
Randomly across fields and forests and villages.
Craters from the blasts still scar the landscape.
About 80 million undetonated bombs remain in the country.
The American public needs to know what's happening here, that this is what their country has.
Yeah, it's like actually insane psycho supervillain shit, you know? It wasn't even like a formal war. It was basically like, Mr. President, do you think like maybe the Viet Cong are like buddies with some people in Laos? Do you think they have like friends? Do you think they're oomfies with some people over there? Yes, because how do you do Nixon's voice? Was that supposed to be Henry's voice? Does he have a German accent? I haven't heard Henry Kissinger's voice in so long. I don't know how to do either of their voices. You know what? Basically, it was really bad, okay? You have to be racist? Well, I have that down.
Has done and left behind.
Laos is located right here, in inland Southeast Asia, north of Cambodia and west of Vietnam.
Really?
Historically, of all these countries, Laos was the poorest, the least populated, and the least influential. Since the end of the 19th century, Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos had been French possessions, grouped together as French Indochina. But the decades after the Second World War saw a liberation struggle against European colonialism.
The year is 1954. The once mighty French colonial empire in Southeast Asia is doomed.
So along with Cambodia and Vietnam, Laos became an independent nation. But, like its two sister countries, Laos was split. between royalists and conservatives on the one hand, and communist rebels, the Pathet Lao, on the other. So along with the rest of Indochina, the country entered a civil war. On its own, the war would probably not have been so bad. The first years of the conflict, in fact, were marked by relative calm. But when larger and more important Vietnam descended into civil war in the 1960s and attracted international involvement, Laos became a proxy front in a much bigger conflict.
The United States is therefore prepared to take all necessary steps in defense of freedom.
The Royalists governed a strip of land in the west, supported by American forces based in Thailand. The Pathet Lao, which ruled the north and the east, was propped up by its stronger ally, Communist North Vietnam. This had less to do with interest in Laos itself than with a question of military logistics.
One of the biggest targets of the Vietnam-era war
Sorry,
was
Zan,
Laos.
he deleted
Some
the
of the
response.
raids were aimed at communist insurgents, and others at the Ho Chi Minh Trail, the system of roads that the enemy used to carry men and supplies to the south.
Immortalized.
A big part of that trail ran through eastern Laos. As Secretary of State Dean Rusk said, Laos was only the wart on the hog. So the US planned a military campaign to destroy the Ho Chi Minh Trail and defeat the Pathet Lao who were protecting it. They called it Operation Barrel Roll. But there was something important. It would have to remain top secret. No mention of it was ever to be made to the public, not even to the United States Senate. It was called the Secret War, and was operated not by the military.
That's fucking insane, by the way. Can you imagine conducting the world's largest bombing campaign in history against a country without the Senate being informed? Isn't that illegal? Yeah.
But by the CIA. On the ground...
This is why people get mad when I say that I'm part of CIA, and I tell them that it's changed and we're different now, but nobody believes.
The US would supply a warlord army composed of the country's ethnic minorities.
The war involved more than just Laotians. These neo-tribesmen, royalist and fiercely anti-communist, were often called the Secret Army because they were supplied, paid and organized entirely by money and officials from America's Central Intelligence Agency.
The Secret Army was supplied by a commercial airline called Air America, in reality, a CIA front. The warlords used Air America to smuggle opium into Vietnam in order to fund their operations. And from above, American planes would attack at all hours of the day.
Washington never admitted the scale of the bombing, nor permitted film coverage of it. The only pictures released were those showing rice supplies being dropped to refugees.
The scale of the bombing was enormous.
One of the benefits, I think, of the modern world is that I literally don't think it's possible to do this anymore. With modern social media, the idea of like, hey, 50,000 Air Force personnel necessary to maintain this kind of sustained bombing campaign for 7 years, just be really quiet about it. Like, there's no fucking way. Nowadays, you would have like Laos peasants with smartphones pointing up at the sky. You know, it's, and that's a good thing, by the way. That's a very good thing. You know, I am glad about that.
Just look at this graphic created by Mother Jones. From 1964 to 1973, the United States dropped more than 2 million tons of bombs on Laos. The US dropped more bombs just on Laos than it dropped during the entirety of the Second World War on both Germany and Japan. A bomb was dropped an average of every 8 minutes, 24 hours a day, for 9 years.
From bases in Thailand, huge B-52s flew up to 300 sorties a day against suspected communist positions. Many innocent villagers were undoubtedly killed or made homeless by the raids.
The Plain of Jars in northern Laos, so called because of its ancient megalithic rock structures, became the most intensely bombed place on Earth. In 1960, the Plain of Jars had a population of 150,000 people. By 1970, just 9,000 were left. Of the 83,000 water buffalo in the province, 50,000 were killed by the bombings. To the peasants and tribespeople of Laos, the bombing campaign was like something out of a nightmare. One villager said, quote, "The planes came like birds, and the bombs fell like rain." Soon, northern and eastern Laos looked like the surface of the moon, totally barren, pitch black. One US Air Force officer said, quote, "There just aren't any villages in northern Laos anymore." Of the roughly...
It's like biblical, right? Like that, I feel like that's the only word for it. It's biblical. Like we just like deleted an area. You know how expensive it is to get a pond dug in your own backyard here in the US? Maybe they should ship some of those unexploded munitions over here. We can, you know, clean up their country. Help some grilling boomer dads over here with their renovation projects.
10,000 villages in the country, 3,500 were held by the Pathet Lao. Of these, the majority were obliterated by bombing.
The girl employees say they are not afraid of the enemy.
Oh yeah, look. Here's one of their cluster bombs. Okay, I was wrong. Those big shells that we saw in front of the storefront, that was the shell around a cluster munition. This is what they looked like. This is why there are so many unexploded munitions all over Laos. Because these giant things would just crack open in the air, and just one of them would have like 1,000 little bombs that it would just drop everywhere.
They will willingly endure any hardship, no matter how long the fight goes on. There will be no happiness for anyone until the United States is defeated.
It was not until the early 1970s that people learned just how extensive the American bombing of Laos had been. The CIA kept it such a close secret that even leading senators were shocked to find out that America had been bombing for years. In the meantime, an entire nation had been bombed to the dust. But the surprising thing was that nobody in America really cared. Laos was not what got Nixon in trouble. Nobody in the military or the CIA lost their jobs. Laos was an afterthought. And in 1975, after the bombing ended, the Pathet Lao managed to sweep to victory, causing their rivals to flee to Thailand and America. But the legacy of the bombing remained powerful, because...
Where's Kissinger? Right now, Kissinger is giving talks to the media about how he believes that the West shouldn't support Ukraine against Russia. So in case you're wondering, the architect of this, and a lot of other bad things, is on the side of like Hinkle and Caleb Maupin and the Kremlin. In case you're wondering where the powers have shifted.
30% of the bombs had never gone off. So the landscape of Laos was still covered with unexploded munitions, which would detonate and kill people when touched.
How is this not a sobering moment? Kissinger is the supervillain of American foreign policy. He's the most supervillain of American foreign policy. Of the world's strongest country, in a lineup of supervillains with regards to foreign policy, he is the most supervillain. Supervillain. And he's with Russia.
In the decades since the bombing ended, thousands of Laotians have been permanently disfigured by bombs. There were so many bombs lying around that some restaurants would use them as decoration. Schools put up warnings so that children would know to avoid unexploded bombs. Kids even earned money by dismantling bomb scraps. Since the 1970s, about 20,000 Laotians have been killed by unexploded bombs. A massacre in slow motion. About a quarter of villages in Laos still have unexploded munitions. 40% of those killed were children. Laos was once called the land of 1,000,000 elephants. Now it's the land of 1,000,000 unexploded bombs.
8-year-old Bron Yang has shrapnel in his side.
he made the mistake of playing with what he thought was a ball. Instead, it exploded.
In 2016, the US government finally admitted what it had done in Laos.
2016! Thanks, Obama! Jesus Christ. Blowing the dust off the ancient CIA genocide photo album.
Over the years, thousands of Laotians have been killed or injured. Farmers tending their fields, children playing. And that's why, as president, I've dramatically increased our...
Oh! I didn't know that we'd spent any money. This isn't nearly enough, but I guess it's nice we spent any amount of money. I mean, my expectations are really low for this, so the fact that any amount was spent is something. That's pretty cool. It's not enough. Yeah.
Funding to help remove these unexploded bombs.
Still, what America did in Laos remains obscure. It's not taught in schools in America. It is totally forgotten. And the destruction in Laos did not teach the American government any lessons about how to treat other countries in the future.
Our two governments will continue to have differences. That's true with many nations. As we do around the world, the United States will continue to speak up on behalf of what we consider universal human rights, including the rights of the people of Laos to express yourselves freely and decide your own future.
In the 1960s and 70s, Laotians had wanted to determine their own future among themselves, to determine what type of country they would be. American bombing was designed to stop that. And that pattern of force never really stopped.
Soda.
In the decades after, the American strategy of overwhelming air power would be used all over the world to intervene in other countries. A strategy of shock and awe. And each time, the worst consequences would be borne not by the fighters on any side, but by innocent people who did nothing to deserve what came to them.
Yeah, there we go. America #1, I guess. Woo, 80 billion bombs. Yee. Geez, that was depressing. Yeah, it's important to remember that at any given point in time, that a good portion of the people internationally who hate Westerners do so because, like, their parents remember, like being gunned down by insurgents we funded or bombed by planes we sent or, like, something like that. You know, we have done a lot of trolling. Drone solution for mines? Airborne system for clearing mines. Okay. I don't think this is an official military video.
The globe. In fact, the cost of removing...
Wait. Are we watching another person's Wait, what? Hold on.
But first, the drone flies over the whole field with an aerial 3D mapping system to identify all the dangerous areas with GPS waypoints. Then, equipped with a robotic metal detecting arm, it hovers above the ground at approximately 4 cm to detect mines. Every detected mine is geotagged on the operator's system to construct a map of known mine locations. Finally, this drone is attached with a robotic gripping arm to place a small detonator on every detected mine. The landmine is then detonated from a safe distance using a timer.
Am I stupid, or does this sound like doable, at least in open areas? Like the idea of like just having a drone with a large battery and like a low weight just sweep an entire field with a metal detector and like get a GPS readout, and then yeah, like that seems doable. It would be really slow, but like for long clearing areas. Yeah, it wouldn't work on plastic mines, but I think most stuff is metal. I mean, I don't know. That could be. There are other ways of identifying mines besides metal detectors, right? Can't you do it with the density? Don't we have like aren't there like radiation sensors that can like X-rays or whatever, and if it detects like high density objects in the ground, like ground penetrating radar, like yeah, like that kind of thing, right? Because that could detect, like... Yeah, I don't know. That could be good, right? Kind of, but it's not a cure-all. I mean, you know, it's better than nothing. What if we blow up metal infrastructure? Well, we wouldn't... I mean, the drone would be supervised, I assume. And we wouldn't be blowing up any stuff with our explosives. The mines would just be blowing up. Even just getting a readout of where the mines are would be great, right? I don't know. Yeah, okay. Okay, stop. We've been on this topic for way too long. Way too long. Way too long. It has literally been nearly an hour and a half of, like, doom posting on munitions. I'm going to read donos, and then I'm going to activate alerts so TTS plays, and we're going to play Metro. That's the plan. No Hero Rat video, Little Cub. I know you've been fighting for it this whole time, but I have to draw a line here. We have to stop. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hell yeah, Somniostatic. Okay. Slime Dunk, thank you for the $5. Socialist Tierf, thank you for the $10. With that singing voice, you'd be the perfect awkward dad in a bad Disney show. Thanks, I appreciate that. Banana Crabman, thank you for the $5. Absolutely. Sir Brethren and the Ken Show, thank you for the tier 2 subs both. Sir Brethren says, hey Vosh, been thinking gender thoughts and have decided to go by she, her to see how I feel. Haven't come out to a lot of friends yet, but fingers crossed. Great. Another woman. Well, good luck with that, I guess. That's cool. I guess. Whatever. Seriously, congratulations. Senor Pool and the Indigenous Hulk, thank you for the tier 1 subs both. Really appreciate that. Sneezy Shadow with the tier 2 sub. Gray name no longer true. Safety Skull with the $10. Anyone ever tell you you're kind of like a white shark 300? Heard many times, as a matter of fact. A Right with the $2. Stop drinking so much drunky butt lol. Okay. I only had 2 mimosas. I just get drunk really quickly. I get drunk quickly and I sober up quickly. Vermin is heading on a months-long trip tomorrow, so we went out and we got some lunch. And I had some chicken, some candied almonds, some cornbread waffles, some cheese, and I had some of those apple mimosas, which were really good. And I had 2 of them, and I was like an 8 out of 10. And then I stumbled around, did shopping for a bit. It was very good. What was the best part of the meal? It's really difficult to top cornbread waffles. It's pretty good. What the fuck? Those don't even have much alcohol? I'm a lightweight. Also, I feel like they're decently alcoholic mimosas. I mean, they're pretty, you know. Orange August, thank you for the tier 4 sub. Day drinking again. Every time you do this, another war starts, and you're tempting fate with Pelosi flying to Taiwan. I'll stay sober tomorrow when Pelosi lands, so as to avoid tempting fate too badly. I'll do my best. Hung a Master, thanks the $5. So noted. Mr. Phibbs with the tier 2 sub, white name be gone based. Sake with the $10. Did you see this blasphemy about you from your own subreddit? Also, I'm getting recognized in league lobbies. There's no way you're linking me something from my own subreddit. You used a fucking link shortener. Yep. Also, the fucking link was purple, Sake. You've used that one before. Not even showing it. Max the $10. Hairless baby pics. Hopefully works. Also, I love you. Love you too. Hairless baby. There's more than one. Ooh, this one looks like a little scrunkly butt bean. Ooh. It has such thick, like, eyelid areas, you know? Ooh. Scrumpy bean. I love them. So clean, too. Clean ears. Clean baby. I can't believe how silly they look. Just like by default, you know? Ooh. Little ball sacks. Sock out to $10. I was never sure of how cis I was till I spent a couple years in the Vosh community. Yeah, true. When I see like people are like, oh, Vosh egg, you know, when I see trans women on Twitter, like you people are more cringe than I am. It's insane. I could never be as embarrassing as you. I cannot possibly, yeah. Oh God. So reaffirming. Trans women are insanely hard. I mean, not all. A lot of them are. A lot of it is just that they're fucking annoying, though. But it's like a second puberty thing, I guess. Did you see tonight's modern day debate lineup? Might be worth a debate review. No, I don't know what it is. No, wait. I think I do know what it is. I think I was invited to this one. I forget what the topic was though. Sake with $10. Oh yeah, Sake with the other $10. Women. Oh, no wonder I didn't. Great place of okay, buddy time. How dare you? This is my stream. You think you can tell me to do what I want on my stream? I'll ban you off the internet so my dad works at Google. Then I'll teleport behind you and fuck your dad while making you watch refer to you as son. You got that anyway. Thanks to the $5, Sake. Forget segments. I want to watch you play Metro poorly. That's right. Hey, I'll let you know. Okay, I'm playing Metro perfectly fine. Oh shit. We still have to find our way around that bug where it's not letting me sleep. I think I just have to do a daytime robbery. I think I'll just do a daytime robbery. Yeah, I think we have to. War on women with Taftaj, Southern, Fuentes, and Stein. Holy shit, no wonder I'm not there. That sounds incredibly insufferable. Personally, I think, barring special circumstances, I'm pretty done with the group debates anyway. Because I guess I'm just, like... I guess I'm getting less and less of a tolerance for, like, the amusement of political theater from people who will say things that are astronomically, objectively incorrect. But, like, it all gets drowned out in the general, like, shouting match of the place, you know? Because it's like, in order for entertainment, you can't, like, have a reasonable discussion between any 2 or 3 people. You need big contrasts. And if you're going to have people there who are right, you need people there who are very, very wrong. And it invariably turns into just, like, circus theater where the dumbest people just either get, like, piled on or pile on the others, depending on how many there are of each. I don't know. It seems kind of like a waste. Either way. I don't like duo debates, Tequila Sunset. If people want to talk to me, they can just talk to me. Yeah, Kuros, the fucking around could be fun. Okay, turning TTS on. Ever think of debating flat earthers? Nope. 8D5D with the $5. Finally hit 1K followers on my Twitter because I made a stupid Mom's Life comics meme. Hell yeah. And Reza Sutra, thanks the gifted tier 1 sub. Okay, close these. Oh, hey, Merrick. There we go. TTS on. Okay, so I have to turn off display. Okay. We minimize this a little. We turn off display. We turn on game capture. And it might take a sec, but that'll work eventually. Nice. It's such a good intro. The fact that I'm gonna have to soon debate with people who are arguing that Taiwan is actually like Chinese Taipei and it's a Chinese territory or whatever, I don't want to have these debates, man, but I have to.
Именно благодаря расколу среди местных Алёше удалось выбраться из их лагеря. Он будет ждать меня на плотине. Но чтобы добраться до нее, мне придется пробраться сквозь настоящую крепость, построенную пиратами для защиты береговых лагерей от нападений мутантов, а затем пересечь радиоактивное болото, кишащее жутким зверьем.
Your Ukraine debates were great. Yeah, like, I don't want to sound like conceited or whatever, but I've gotten email requests from people...
I just installed Metro Exodus and am enjoying Disco Elysium very much. I enjoy Measurehead rationalizing his race theory.
It's very good. I've turned down people for the debate requests. Like, people who are like, hey, can we debate you on Ukraine? We actually think Ukraine started the war. Like, I don't want to have these debates. They're brain dead. They're completely nonsensical. Like, I might as well be arguing with somebody who's like trying to like playing devil's advocate for like the idea that it is a flat earth. Like, it's just there's no point in having the conversation because their positions are so divorced from reality that nothing I can say will change the outcome of the conversation. They enter the conversation divorced from reality, and they will exit it divorced from reality, and there's nothing that I can say that will change that, like, outcome. Wait, am I not visible here? I feel like I'm visible here. Okay, wait, just... Wait, am I not? Like Trumpers? No, your average Trumper... No, your average Nazi is more coherent than the people who believe that, Ukraine started the war with Russia. I mean that fully sincerely. Not in like a what's doing more utilitarian harm thing or whatever, but I've argued with Nazis who do have like misconceptions but try to orient their positions around what they think is true. But that's not the case there, you know. Like, we're talking about single positions here. Like, the idea that Ukraine began this war is a fully indefensible position that you cannot believe if you pay attention to reality. What? No. I guess yes, actually. I didn't really think about it that way. I'm just going to take the boat. Can I just take the boat? I'm just going to take the boat. So for those of you who haven't been here the past few times, you're supposed to do this area during the night because it's way easier. We can't kill these guys. Or we don't want to kill these guys because they're not, like, really bad guys. They're just kind of, pitchy. And we have to steal a boat from them. But because it's daytime, it's very difficult to sneak around them or, like, stealth take them down non-lethally.
Under winter skies, we stand glorious. And with Odin on our side, we are victorious.
True. Tequila Sunset, I've played the game before. But I don't want, like, hints or guides or whatever. I'm fine. What? Is this game open world? Kind of. Okay, just don't notice me leaving with your boat, please. They noticed me. Okay, now just don't hit me. Just have bad aim, okay? Good, good. Very good. Well. Let's try that again.
Women.
Ugh. Yeah, they do have a boat death animation. It's nice. I just can't reliably knock them out before they shoot me. I'm sure there's a way to do it somewhat consistently, but I might have to wait a bit. It might just be better for me to make suicide runs with the boat. I think they see me. Don't hit me. Don't.
My family is Ukrainian and my dad was slipping down the far right route until all of his favorite YouTubers started justifying the war.
Oh, well, nice kick in the head then. Still being ski. We're gonna get this.
Vosh, did you know that over 10 million children die every day in the US because of the COVID vaccine? Me personally, I am more part of the fact scene.
I'm surprised TTS pulled off that pronunciation. There's a kill box. You have to knock out their sniper. Okay, so there's a... never mind, guys. There's a kill box. You literally have to knock out the sniper. Alright. Do you have smoke grenades? No, we don't have any non-lethal weapons except for our not reliable melee takedown. Melee chop. Well, that didn't look right. I will admit, though, that guy responded pretty optimally to my assault. Okay, is there any other way to approach here? Not really. It's just this one ladder, or I go all the way back over there to an even more fortified position. My best bet here is probably to distract them with the cans.
Ну вот, идти теперь, смотреть, что там. Банка какая-то валяется. Накидали.
Thank you, Voosh, for saving my life with your drug advice. I am now over 1 year sober. Chat, you can do it too. It's never too late to get help. Peepo hug.
That's actually super awesome. Really happy to hear that.
Do you think China is actually gonna invade Taiwan? If so, will we get involved? Sorry for politics, I'm just worried.
I can't tell you. I genuinely don't know. I'm sorry. I think that generally speaking, China is a little bit more rational when it comes to foreign policy than Russia is, so maybe they'll be a bit more calm, but I have no way of knowing. Is this the sniper, or... No, this is an actual, automatic weapon. That we can't use, of course, because this is a non-lethal area. Hi, Vosh. Hello, Oliver Raven. Okay. Is that the sniper, guys? Or is there another sniper that does the kill box? Because, like, in theory, we should be able to escape right now. Is there like, a guy over there that'll get you?
Any updates on Peepo's Nuggy quest? And what are your hopes for future Elden Ring DLC?
I'm not sure for the Elden Ring DLC. No updates on People's Nugget Quest. I have plans, though. So wait, do I seriously have to make my way across this entire area very slowly, punching them all in the back of the head? There's no other non-lethal option? And if any of them ever notices me and, like, raises the alarm, I'm just insta-dead? Yep. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Just don't get spotted. It's daytime! Can you save game? Nope. No manual saves. Damn. Devastating. Oh, shit.
Cat haters are walking red flags. Hassan was playing Stray and wouldn't shut up about how cats suck because they have boundaries and don't worship you.
Yeah, a lot of the common discourse on cats is really misguided. Cats are, like, super affectionate.
Red and black I dress eagle on my chest. It's good to be an Albanian. Keep my head up high for the flag I die. I'm proud to be an Albanian.
Fucking bars. Oh, there they are. Oh, wait. Ah, god damn it. God, that didn't get him? Okay. This is so bad. We're so fucked. He's gonna turn around. 100% he turns around.
Did you hear the one about the Republican senator who walked into a bar? He ordered a pint of beer. The barman said, Sorry, we don't serve fascists here.
Okay, I get it, but there's no punchline to that
I
joke.
heard Veerman is coming to Australia, and I just wanted to say thank you,
Oh, no.
Bosch, for staying in the U.S. Also, Hyper's offline chat smiley face.
Hypers. Oh my god.
There was a man named Booch, who I may or may not want to smooch, and on Medium.com, he called out your very white mom for wanting to have sex with your pooch.
#1 dog pill expert in the West.
I love Metro and I replay all the games and reread all the books every 1 to 2 years. Did you know there is an official comic of Metro from the side of the USA?
No, I didn't. That sounds kind of cool, though. Fuck. Oh, we have to, like, full reset these guys. Holy shit. That's fair, Galenalon. No, they don't respawn, Zirian. None of the enemies in this game respawn. Well, monsters will, but humans don't, or whatever. Yeah, I've seen Richie Buzz. You gonna play the new DLC? For Metro Exodus? How do I convince my friend that femboy is not a slur? I have no idea how online a person would have to be. How divorced from real material considerations a person would have to be to believe that femboy is a slur.
If you can have anyone in all of history to debate you, who would you debate?
Man, I don't know. Fucking Thomas Jefferson. Why not?
I just made a friends group at culinary school after not having any friends beside my GF for a couple of years now. I'm so happy. You can do it, chat.
Congratulations. I'm really happy to hear that. No, Poria, that conversation will amount to nothing. People who believe that America is the aggressor in a situation where China is threatening to invade Taiwan and China is threatening to shoot down American dignitaries, there's no hope helping
My friend
them.
just came out as a Santa denier. What do?
Kill them. What the fuck? Oh god, they're still active. Wait, do these guys not de-aggro during the daytime?
Autism dial turned up. Fart, fart, fart. Vosh, you are a cool guy and have given me tools to improve myself. Fart, 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 fart feels good, man.
That's true. Run at them and hit them? They kill me in one hit. They all have snipers and shotguns. You only need to make it to the zipline without killing someone to get your karma point. Do I really not get punished for killing these guys? Because they're making it pretty difficult not to. Oh my fucking god. We've just worked very hard to not kill these guys. Oh my god.
Have you ever played any fighting games? If so, which ones? Did you like them? Also, have you seen Testament from Guilty Gear? I want to know if you would.
Of course, obviously, yes. I'm not a big fighting game person, so I don't really play those games that much. But I've played some, yeah. I played a lot of Soul Calibur 2 on the GameCube back in the day. Sorry, Vosh, I fact-checked. You can kill these fuckers. Are you sure I can kill these fuckers? Positive? Okay. Sorry, they're making this pretty difficult for me. You guys are making this difficult. You know that? Oh, God!
The love for dogs because of companionship is weird. And I mean different when I say weird. Dogs don't act like any other pets out there, literally bred to serve.
Yeah, they're pretty goddamn nice. Cats are nice, though. I like cats.
Hi, would you like to see my kitties?
Yeah, I can look later. TTS streams aren't the best for links. No, hell, alright. Wait, no, I can't, because of Tumblr, I can't even fucking open your images
If
on
they should
full.
ever make a new BioShock game, it should be set in one of those dumb conceptual
Ooh.
futuristic Arab megacities in the middle of the desert, like Neom.
That wouldn't be a bad idea, actually.
Vosh, no, you can't kill them greater than you cannot kill the pirates, no.
What? Okay, hold on. Metro Exodus. I don't appreciate you guys giving me conflicting information, you know that?
Vosh, you realize the stealth in this game was developed so even a blind bat could speedrun through this? Also stop killing these innocent tribesmen.
Shut up. List of moral points in Metro Exodus Taiga. Okay, hold on. Bandit. Save the bandit. Pirate outpost. Sneak through the pirate guard post without killing anyone. We did that. Pioneer camp. Sneaking past the camp without killing anyone just after retrieving Artyom's backpack. We did that. Optional bandit camp. Free the pioneer. We did that. Pirate swamp camp. Getting out of the camp on said boat while being undetected. Earning this point is incredibly difficult during the day because there are only a few paths into it and all are heavily guarded. Okay. But didn't we get detected before our save? I think we have to go back a load. All the way back to after we slept. Because we got detected at the front entrance. This should be pretty easy, though, if we only have to do it quietly.
Hey man, thanks for talking about the secret war. My GF is Hmong and their people helped and no one knows about them outside of the states the refuge to.
Oh, that's fucking awful. And yeah, it's a serious issue. It's just not really pertinent to modern-day electoralism to defend Dark Brandon in his party's re-election campaign, so it doesn't come up that much.
Recently discovered I'm NB and came out to friends. Really supportive plus awesome. Still terrified of telling some close PPL in life, but good so far. Skirts are pog.
I'm happy to hear it's going well so far. Hope it continues to.
Big group of guys in the gym stopped to watch me deadlift 700 pounds and asked me what I trained for. Told them tennis too. I hope they look into it. Great sport.
Fuck yeah. Tennis is the world's greatest combat sport. Everyone get bricked up for tennis 2. Get strong. It's gonna be way bloodier than tennis 1. I gotta say, the moral system in this game is kind of dog shit. Why would they give you moral points for not killing anyone in the first pirate camp, but you can kill people in the second pirate camp? You just can't be detected by them? I don't get that. If they wanna like give you challenges, like yeah, try to do this with this set of precursors, I think they need to be more gamey about it, because trying to make it like a moral thing doesn't make any sense. Weren't you just praising a couple days ago? I don't know what you're talking about. When will Sex 2 release? That released a long time ago. Wait, are you still having Sex 1? Just don't kill them here either. But we have to kill them here. We can't leave without killing them. During the daytime, there is simply no way to reliably make our way through this dense thicket of sniper nests, running up to and punching everyone without getting shot or spotted once. That's just not likely. I can't wait for it to be night. That'll be like an hour in-game, and it won't autosave after it. We'll wait an hour just sitting here for an hour, waiting for the sun to go down. And then we'll try it, get shot, and then we have to wait again. Can you not take the boat? Nope. We gotta clear out the snipers.
Why bother with Sex 2 if I never have Sex 1?
There's nothing wrong with skipping to the upgrade. No, Arlo, I would never enjoy... I can't... Arlo, I know you've watched me. You can't possibly think I would agree to that. Solius, that's literally where we just were. Oh, damn. Got pinned.
Vosh, why do you have the Kosovo flag in your Twitter name?
You know why.
Remove that cringe. Kosovo is Serbian rightful land and always will be. Kosovo je Srbija region letter R region letter S biceps.
The Serbians are seething, lads.
Sex 1 is a prerequisite on the tech tree.
You can skip if you have the right equipment. Okay. Let's do this up properly. Serb isn't a slur. No, Serb is not a slur.
What choices would you make as the best choices for the Mojave in New Vegas? Personally, I'd do Yes Man.
I mean, I do Yes Man too, typically, but I don't think it's a real question because it's a video game. Like, there's not really a way of knowing. The main issue is that in Fallout, you're not a person. You're like a demigod super soldier, right? Like, it's like, oh, you know, if you go, like, because like if you're just a regular person, the NCR is the obvious answer. The idea that you and your ragtag group of mercenaries are going to single-handedly protect the Mojave...
Simon Pigor * got a Tier 3 * subscription.
Thank you. Yeah, the idea that, like, you and your ragtag group of miscreants are going to defend the Mojave against the NCR and the Legion and everyone else is ridiculous, until you take into account the fact that you're a Fallout protagonist. Securitrons are OP. Yeah, but all they show you in-game is like 20 Securitrons. Like, they're not really capable of holding off, like, the civilizational reconquest. Nah, I just think it's gamification, Gally. That's all. Okay, can I just leave now?
Thanks for responding to my email about the Civil War course I'm taking. I'm glad you liked the excerpt that proved you right versus what I falsed.
Yeah, I love it when I feel like I'm right.
The OG Sex beta in the Greece server was pretty cool until those fuckers added women to it when they released Sex 1.0 in the Rome server.
True. Okay, but the problem with the whole, like, yeah, the Securitron 2.0s would defend it, is like, first of all, you need more than that to defend the Mojave. Second of all, 300 or 1,000 of them ain't shit when we're talking about, like, the reconquest of America. And third of all, You're a Fallout protag. Those robots aren't shit to you. You could kill hundreds of them if given enough time. No, Cirrus, this is, Metro. So, it's like an abstraction thing. In real life, if everything was normalized and you were like the real fucking dude, you're like a normal person, I would say the NCR is the best option. In Fallout, I think it's better to go yes, man. Okay, let's see if I can't just escape here. Are these guys gonna shoot me? Don't shoot me, man. Okay, I don't think anybody should see me if I leave here. Are we good? Okay, I think we're good. Woo! What? What? Wait, what? I didn't... Come on. I think I bumped into the rock under the water there. Where am I? Okay. Feel like I'm just kind of circling back to the base here.
Do you think there is a bit of a vacuum in the left for economics-focused content?
Yes. I like unlearning economics a lot, but I don't think that he on his own is enough. Okay, so this is just another route. We're gonna get the fuck away from here. Econoboy Laser Eyes. Well, Econoboy is not a leftist. Econoboy is a liberal. Wait, where...
Cap Patch TV Asterisk got a Tier 1 Asterisk subscription.
Well, thank you. You go in that way, the gate is closed? The gate is closed? What gate? You have to go through there? Wait, through here? So I have to enter this area right here. Okay.
TFW, the heavy metal Taiwanese guy who coined Chinese fucking Taipei in 2012 is now in Taiwanese parliament.
Seriously? That's rad. I am sneaky, sneaky boy. I am sneaky, sneaky lad. I am sneaky, very sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky lad. Yeah, the boat physics aren't great, Gally. They feel a bit wonky. Oh shit, multiples. Crazy gameplay mechanic.
Serbs aren't seething lol. Serbia crushed Croatian fascist traitors and will crush Kosovo false Muslim preachers and traitors. Serbia forever strong. Region letter R, region letter S.
I agree with all of this as long as money is being spent to say it to me.
Chinese be hungry.
That's true. Okay, I think so. There are 3 people in this area altogether.
Hey, do you have any advice for GMINGDND? I am starting a campaign soon and I'm looking for any advice.
DMing D&D. Just remember that you're doing improv, basically, and make sure, like, you're trying to do it to maximize everyone's experience.
How do I get my donation on TTS on the website?
You just donate any amount that's $5 or above, and it'll play automatically. But yeah, it's really just about having a good time, and just trying to, set everything up so that everyone's having the best possible interactive experience, you know? I know that sounds like really obvious and straightforward. Wait, hold on, I just got a weird text. What's this? One second.
Wowee. Chair gang. Wowee chair. Chair stream pog. So now that Vosh is out of the way, I bet you are all wondering why I've called you all here. It's because poop is now spelled P-E-W-P, P-E-W-P. Quality of the stream skyrocketed in the past 5 minutes. This better be the next Vosh Pit vid. Chat, it is I, Chair. Vosh's ass hurts me so. Please ask him to invest in my extended warranty. Chat, when Voosh gets back we need to gaslight him into thinking something happened. Make something up and roll with it. Okay guys, quick, while the Fed is gone, Vosh has 9 Serbian leaders trapped in his basement and they are being subjected to advanced interrogation techniques.
Have you really been doing the dog thing the entire time? Pelosi got shot down? Good.
As they should. What the fuck
All right,
is
I'm
Serbia?
back. Guys, you're not convincing me Pelosi got shot down. Oh, have a good night, Gale. A chair said some homophobic shit with the mic muted? Unlikely. Okay, we're back. Sorry, some of my my card declined legit transactions. Just overactive fraud protection. You know, like the... You bought a kebab. Is this the result of
I feel like Vosh needs a train conductor hat for his Atom Something segments. Hashtag trains rights.
I actually, a train conductor hat would be really cute. Like a really cute addition to the stream, don't you think? I think that'd be really nice. I'm just clearing the area to press Brit.
One of the most fun I've had in an AFK stream. This chat is awesome.
Yeah, they're cute. It's true. No, eye dementia. If that's true, I didn't hear that. Alright. Let's get the fuck out of here. Woo! Quite a ways to go. We might actually finish the game today, I
Hi,
think.
Bosch. Thanks for the game stream. A train emote would be a good idea, Nodders.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad. We've got a car emote. We have to recognize non-car dependent.
I wonder if TTS will
Wait,
recognize this spelling of our new word, Pewpie.
Forward and left, I see. Pewpie. Catch up on donuts you missed? Never.
I've been volunteering for my county council campaign in rural Maryland.
I'm going this
It
way?
feels good to push libs to the left.
It does,
Damn it,
yeah.
Boschites.
Get involved! Vosh.gg/map.
Vush, be honest, you left because you shit your britches.
Oh my god!
It's okay, it happens to geriatrics like yourself. We shall unite the
That it
American
does.
continent under one banner, Canada, United States, Mexico. We shall be called the Cum Empire and make China cower in fear.
Don't we already have NAFTA?
Rest in peace Nancy Pelosi. At least she took down 12 Chinese MSS operatives in hand-to-hand combat with a knife while the plane went down.
God bless
What
her.
a legend.
I am Pelosi's strongest soldier. Yeah, I know we got detected. Fuck this area. I'm moving through. If our wife dies, she dies. Oh.
If you had to pick between the Dragon Balls from DBZ, the Talismans from Jack Chan Adventures, or the Shen Gong Wu from Xiaolin Showdown, which would you pick?
I've literally not seen any of those franchises, so I don't know. Oh, oh my god, what the fuck, $100? Jesus Christ, thank you. It's incredibly kind of you. I'm gonna buy so much fucking Pez with that.
NGL This swamp area makes me think Mike from PA is going to jump out as that swamp monster Moreau and yell sewer socialism.
Yeah, this is the wealth of Omaha after it annexes all of its neighboring suburban areas.
The stream was so much better when you were gone. You should just turn it on with TTS on and then walk away forever.
Unironically,
Infinite money hack.
I would literally make, like, a lot of money off that, and that's insane to think about.
Nick Futues just publicly stated he wants to debate Bosch. I have the clip if you want it.
Well, he's been doing that.
This was minutes ago, if you're interested.
He's been doing that for like 3 years, so nothing has changed in that respect. Like, he keeps saying that. He doesn't just email. It's nothing really new.
I am a stinky doggy. Woof woof. Bosch, please give me good drop rate luck on old school RuneScape.
Good luck. May RNGesus bless you.
Good luck, Bosch. Stay hydrated, my hungover amigo winking face.
I'm not hungover. Okay, I will. I will say that my... Oh, Pulse, thank you for 20 bucks. Did that not play? I think we're behind.
Boosh.
It doesn't even play... Is that Arab? Yeah. Wait, hold on. Gotta reconnect the electricity. Whoa, it is dark. Oof.
Here's $20 bucks.
There you go.
That should cover the train conductor hat and shipping.
I'll get
Otherwise, enjoy the $20.
I'll get a good train conductor hat. I'll make sure of it. And thank you. I appreciate that.
Amateur Contender Asterisk got a Tier 1 Asterisk subscription.
Thank you. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Fucking shit-ass...
What do you think about job loss to AI? I'm new to left-wing economics, but it seems like even by right-wing standards self-sufficiency is impossible.
Well, it's theoretically a good thing. that means more labor being done by automation is good, because it means that humans have to do less menial labor. It's really just about how the systems surrounding that efficiency allocate the resources we produce from it. You know, capitalism, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we are surrounded by lobster monsters. Wait, I remember getting stuck in this area before, and we're ticking down the timer. We're ticking down the timer right now on our gas mask. Huh? Who's shooting down there? You'll attract... Oh, there's someone up there. Is white people emigrating to Latin America bad? Is gentrification bad? Gentrification's negative effects aren't a product just of people moving. It's the economic forces that follow them. No, there's nothing wrong with white people moving to Latin America. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a lot of dudes. Yeah, I completely agree. Oh.
Nothing is funnier than seeing a live event or stream and having the host get very angry at the crew and screaming at them from the stage over technical issues.
That's true. I get very uncomfortable when, like, assistant producers or, like, the help for a live stream get shit from the host. That shit makes me very unhappy to look at. I hate that. I think we have... Yeah, I think we've got, like, 4 minutes left in total. But that turned the power back on. So, let's get the fuck out of here. Fucking snake guys. Okay, now we turn the power on, now that the generator is on. Flip the breaker. There we go. Stress and frustration make people hostile. That's true. But I don't think ever once in my entire life have I ever, like, shouted at service staff or anything like that because I was frustrated. I don't think I've ever done that. So I feel like, to an extent, you know, like, there's... It's not really an excuse. Hit thumbs on it. I hear there's an admiral here. Admiral? Admiral?
Hey bud, if you could just hit me with that apology would really make up for being roasted by all of BreadTube for telling people you hurt me on at least 16,000 separate Discord chats. Love, Extreme Dad.
What?
Cool stream, Vosh. Keep up the good work.
Oh, thank you.
Забыл, как учитель говорил. Вежливость. Вот что отличает нас от бандитов и других животных. Погоди, ты же не из наших. Бандит, что ли? Вроде не похож. Хотя кто у вас бандитов разберет сегодня?
I love your content, but Serbia will always be rightful Serbian Orthodox land and shall be liberated from Turkic false preachers in the name of God.
Not 1 inch.
Вы мне так все залижете. Тут все свои. Так, о чем это я? Ах, да, бандит. Ну, раз ты тут,
There is no Serbia, only Greater Albania. Okay, so this guy's fucking crazy, I think.
Я прав? Молчи, не отвечай. Так все понятно. Ну, туда им и дорога с сыкунам.
Nah, Shmiel as well.
Адмирал, а может к столу?
My patience for people's nonsense is, increased significantly when they're giving me money to be silly. Imagine believing Serbia exists. Ha! The fantasies of some people. Fuck it, dude. Yeah, why not?
От этих-то помощи никакой. Ну, хоть едят немного. Да, парни?
Uh-huh.
Да.
Let's see. Is the alcohol from this corpse friend potable? Let's find out.
Орете, как
I can't drink
водяные
it. I have
в
to smoke first.
полнолуние. Совсем гостя не уважаете. Слово сказать не даете. Не обращай внимания.
Yeah.
Ну, за встречу.
Yeah, to our meeting.
Хороший чай.
Oh, it's tea.
А ссыкуны сухопутные не пьют. Радиация.
Radioactive tea.
Радиация. Какая радиация? Ты на нас посмотри. Здоровее не бывает.
Yeah.
А ты молодец, что зашел. Видишь, ребята, как приободрились. Нам ведь тут и поговорить не с кем. Забывать нас стали. Даже Ромыч и тот про нас забыл. А мы ведь вместе наш штаб пиратский тут строили. Вон, ребята не дадут соврать. А?
Да, все вместе делали.
Помню вместе. Все помнят. Вот. Все помнят. А он, гад, забыл.
Well, he seems harmless.
Ссыкуны сухопутные. Тоже забыли, кто тут за них насмерть стоит. Сначала-то как радовались. Кричали: «Всех бандитов поубиваем! Пионеры ссыкуны! Учитель не прав! И защищаться надо нападать!» Кричали, а? Еще как!
IAM Yugoslavia. Laughs in Gorbachev.
Громче тех бандитов,
Yugoslavia.
что мы тогда постреляли. Видишь как? Мои парни
Can I play the guitar?
помнят.
Down in the bottom left, there's an option to play the guitar that's grayed out. I want to get to the part in the convo.
Кричать да пионеров ссыкунами называть, они,
Yeah, do you think the
конечно,
invasion of
молодцы.
Ukraine is going poorly because all the Russian generals are like this guy?
Жарко стало. Да водяные сотнями полезли.
Like somewhere in Luhansk, there's like a 60-year-old Russian with a giant beard playing poker with like some Ukrainian corpses that he's piled up.
Ой, учитель с девчонками передал, чтобы уходили. Понятно. С водяными воевать — это не бандитов по столбам развешивать.
Corpses of the other generals.
Бандитов и пограбить можно, а с водяных чего взять? А что они всю долину сожрут, если мы не защитим, так кому какое дело? Крысы они, вот они кто, крысы.
Крысы, сухопутные крысы.
Раньше надо было учителя слушать. Хотя им, крысам, все равно кого слушать. Хоть учителя, хоть девчонок. Главное, трусость свою оправдать.
Yeah, the bird is the only other person here that he can actually talk to, and he's mean to the bird. I want to play the guitar. Let me have it. I can play the guitar.
Вот так и удрали все, ссыкуны.
More radioactive tea. Oh god, you can hear the Geiger counter going off when you drink it.
Даже пионеры и те храбрее были. Людка их на плотину повела. Через тоннели собирались, за водохранилище выбраться. Романтики, чтоб их.
I want the
Не знаю,
guitar.
выбрались куда или нет, но точно радиации не боялись, не то что те ссыкуны. Ну, сейчас-то у них из храбрых одна Олька осталась. Она к нам
Oh my
частенько
god.
ходила.
JB!
Да и на совете с ссыкунами
Another
типа
Hundo BC, you have given me
давала.
content for years and even to my mom as well. Your article about white women and dogs is even funnier to me now BC horses are a thing.
Yeah, since horses were invented. I have to do the horse pill Medium article. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Tell your mom I say hi. Seriously, thank you. Very kind of you.
А теперь,
My goodness.
зачем я ей нужен в коляске? Ну и черт с ней. Бабу на корабле к беде.
I'm never gonna get to play this fucking
Мы же с
guitar,
тобой
man.
остались.
This guy has like 8 hours of dialogue prepared.
Хотя понятно, пришлось уговаривать. Чего глаза
I think he's
потупят,
charming. Yeah, he is. I just want to play guitar.
Хотели же смыться, бросить старого
Get the guitar.
друга.
Get the guitar.
Хотели, а?
Get it. Give me the guitar.
Ты чего, адмирал? Мы же за тебя горой. Да, да, горой. Вот этому вот расскажите. Вон как уши развесил. А мне не надо. Я вас насквозь вижу.
Why are the most money donation super chats? I don't know. Terribly inefficient, but I'll never complain.
Тогда чаю тройную дозу не заварил, тоже свалили бы.
Hey.
Как пить
Yes.
дать. Алло, поаккуратней с гитарой.
I'll be careful.
Есть быть аккуратней.
It's because YouTubers are better people than you. You guys got to shape up.
Аккуратней, это же инструмент. Так точно, инструмент. Да что с тобой такое сегодня? Вот как отправлю сейчас палубу драить. Прости, адмирал. Прости, прости. Ладно, прощаю. Ты бы сыграл что-то, а? То роняешь гитару,
Shanty.
роняешь. Давай нашу, любимую. Есть нашу любимую, адмирал.
Be nice to the bird.
Да, я вот подумал, а не закурить ли нам?
Okay, first of all, this is not a shanty. Second of all, how the fuck can you play in these gloves?
Ох, хорошо. Крепкий какой. Универсальная штука этот чай. И заварить, и закурить. От жара, от пожара, от домашнего расстройства.
There's no cock like force cock like no cock I know.
That's true.
Аромат, конечно, на любителя, но мне нравится. А ребята мои уже
What, are you aware that they're dead?
не жалуются. Не то, что раньше. Да.
That is some sick fucking echo and reverb you're getting on this acoustic guitar. So is there a way out of this?
Только в сон от него
I don't think there's a way out of this. Alright, we're stuck in the cutscene now.
Ты, бандит, вот чего. Оставайся.
Okay, bud, no rush on the apology. I know you are getting to it. You're a busy guy, the first understand. Well, you know how to reach me whenever you're ready. LAR.
Yeah, thank you. Later. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Немного, чуть-чуть, совсем.
Oh, he's sleepy. There were two, Bisadu, and I saw both. Alright, my dude. We did a good deed today. We helped an old, crazy guy fall asleep. Have a good one, my man.
Ask him to play Stairway to Heaven now.
Oh, he's in a wheelchair, too. I didn't even realize. What the fuck does this connect to? Does this free my path? I don't want to, like, break something. Oh. Good luck, my man. Well, I feel sad for him. Yeah. Can you shoot him? I mean, I can. Yeah.
Катя нашла название. Но это же был новый препарат, да еще и военный. В захолустной аптеке такого не найдешь. Да и все разграблено 20 лет назад.
This is why we need a veg emote.
I don't know what emote that is. But maybe. Whoa, lighting effects. Hello. Lighting effects, lighting effects. Let's calm down.
My name is Giuseppe Stalling and I invented the sophist union. Now give me all of your bread or I send you to the Gulag.
Real life history. That's true. Oof, okay. Okay, I'm gonna head this way. Alright. So the reason we've stopped here, remember, is because we're searching for medicine for our extremely sick and dying wife. Oh boy.
First dono to you in years, I think. Hi from the Keffels team.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's why you're called Catboy. Thank you, I appreciate that. And, hello. Ah, yes. Oh, good. Ah, yeah. We don't even have our fucking pellet gun for the incendiary rounds. Alright. Yep. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Are we burning, gas mask juice in here? No, we're not. Okay, just making sure. Shoot them? Shooting the spiders does nothing. They're completely immune. I mean, basically completely immune to bullets. You need to kill them with light. Light gets them. And incendiary rounds. But we don't have many of those. I think we have literally one incendiary bolt. They skitter around when they're in the light. Little fucking... See? Cool. Make sure we're always topped off on this. What? What do you mean beep beep? Oh, fuck. This area is interfering with our electrical shit. That's great. Oh, yep. Mm-hmm. Flashlight don't work. Which means I have exactly 0 weapons against these guys. Yeah, lighter for... Yeah, that helps. Alright, now we're ready. Oh, yeah. Nope. You know, no. 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 Nope. 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 Cool, great. Oh wait, our light's working again. We got out of the electrical interference area. Lol, you just ran through? Yeah, what the fuck else are you supposed to do? Without light, those guys take like 50 bullets to kill. I could kill like 2 of them, and I wouldn't be able to see what I'm shooting at. Oh, hi. Oh! Okay, alright, nope, yeah, mm-hmm. You know, discretion is the better part of valor, they say.
In the 3rd book, Artyom becomes a doomer and an asshole. Cheats on Anya with a 17-year-old prostitute and Miller hates him and tries to kill him.
Okay, to be fair, that does sound like Russian literature. Does that not sound like Russian literature right there? That sounds pretty on point. At least this isn't a faithful adaptation, you know, there's not like a minigame where you fuck a 17-year-old prostitute. Guess the adaptation team took that one out, probably for the best.
Would you rather build a tedious, boring Lego set for 4 hours, or making a difficult 40K model that is easy to fuck up for 2 hours?
I like making the difficult models, you know? It's a lot less harrowing now that I have a lot of, you know, like, spare change. Because if I fuck up, I can just get another one. But obviously I don't want to fuck up, you know, but it takes a little bit of the pressure off. Fuck. The power's out down there. All right. Where'd the damn... There we go. When we run back up here, I want it to be expedient. Man, they can come out of anywhere here. There are holes in the wall. Oh, God. Hey. Okay. Fucking gurgling at me. This looks right. No, the one we picked up first had the oil, right? Yeah. No gas cap? Okay. Yep, and we're gone. And we're gone. And we're... Nope, there's no point in fighting these guys. They don't drop any loot, and it's suffering. Up! More spiders. Workbench. That means this area is relatively safe. Okay, what do we got? We need more filters. Need more of that. We are completely out of chemicals. That's great. We're running low on buckshot. We've got plenty of rifle ammo. We're fine on those. This needs cleaning, but we don't have the chemicals for it. Actually, we have the exact number of chemicals for it. Yeah, I'll clean. There, great. Those filters have asbestos in them? Good. Put hair in your chest. They will. Okay. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that'll put some mesothelioma in your lungs. Oh, really? We're gonna fight the fucking bear thing in here? This is really the optimal location for that fight? Alright. Oh, please not in this room. Maybe Bear is scared of spiders? Hell yeah. Haven't you played the game before? Yeah, but I don't remember all of it. Remember some basic points. Hey, we're friends!
Жив, чертяка! Как же я рад тебя видеть! А я с нашими связался наконец-то. Волнуются. И я их понимаю. В общем, Тёма, тут все не так просто оказывается. Давай сюда, покажу.
Yeah, sure. Oh. Yeah, dude.
Пошли, Артём.
Yeah, this is my favorite route.
Слышишь, счетчик как трещит? За плотиной черти сколько тонн отправленного ила. И очень скоро этой долине крышка.
Why?
Плотина еле держится.
Oh.
Глянь в свой бинокль, если мне не веришь.
Well, my plan to escape to Europe and marry my fiancé has fallen through. I need a tech job in Barcelona. Back to the drawing board on this one. Vashai.
I'm sorry to hear about that, Sapphic Rain. That sucks. Hope you're able to find something good. Recover. It's Russian. My wife! Oh god, this area is so radiation laden that my vision blurs just from sliding down some leaves. Holy shit. Yeah? Olga, an instructor. Olga, huh? I can't help but notice the weather's getting worse. Are you noticing this? Alyosha? Alyosha, do you believe in fate? The Colonel's my stepdad. He can wait for as long as I want him to. You realize we're about to be attacked, right? Yeah, really? Yeah, of course. Yeah, we know. You summoned it. No, you summoned it. Oh my god. That was a 3-foot drop, Artyom.
Green water, blood, death all around? This is the future fundamental Christians want. Become agnostic today. Join Fee Free. Really, it's free. Free your mind.
True. How did you get a rock on your leg from that drop? Oh my fucking god. Yeah, sure, dude. Whatever. I'm right here! This is literally California. Just day-to-day struggles and the... Oh my god. Oh, just leave me with the boss. Okay. Alright, we have 2 Molotovs this time. And barely any shotgun shells. Alright, we're gonna use a lot of ammo. I bet there's ammo around here, though.
Ever listen to Anti-Diaries off the new Kendrick Lamar album? If so, what did you think?
No, I don't really listen to music. Whoa! I heard from other people it was good. People say good stuff about Kendrick Lamar. I don't really know enough about music to have thoughts on it. I feel like I'm so ignorant on it that I don't really have anything to say. Whoa! Kind of snuck up on me there. Pathologic Taper Hunter. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. You need those Molotovs, huh? Wait, we have, Wait, run. Please run. Please, 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 please run. Please, please, please run. RTM, 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 please. I'm hitting. RTM, yep, up. Jesus Christ. Switching to incendiary bolts. Not fast enough. Wait, are they explosive, not incendiary? Oh, we're fucked. Oh, they're explosive, not incendiary. That was waste. Oh my god. I think we're just mag dumping now, guys. We are out of incendiary rounds. Whoa! It's a big mag? Yeah, I got the extended one. Whoa!
That's too much rain for California.
That's true. Oh, it's one of those you suck, you have to get hit to end the fight moments. No! 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 No, nothing can survive. Did none of my bullets hit its eyeball? Okay. I do appreciate bad game design. No, I'm a little okay with it because the last hit doesn't actually hurt you. You're guaranteed to take that last hit, so they don't actually lower your HP. It's just a cutscene. Oh, hi. Holy fuck, she is hot. Wait, that's the girl we met earlier. Hey, wouldn't you be more of a child of the forest, like Dryad lady, if your tits were out? I don't know, seems kind of civilization-y for you to be wearing clothing. I don't know, I'm just like spitballing ideas. Okay, haha, but just ideas, haha. Holy shit, we're running the train across this breaking dam. Action movie moment, let's go. Don't stop. Don't stop. Just right through. We're getting the fuck out of here. This is the only train line. Yep. It's spreading, factually, ADHD. Okay, I hope we got the good ending. I don't think we're done yet, though. No!
Пока Аврора шла вдоль отравленного моря, разлившегося за плотиной, все молчали. Мы ведь верили, что вернемся. Теперь, увидев зависший над долиной Дамоклов меч,
I think we're still on track for the good ending.
Алёша весь извелся.
Anna isn't dead yet. I think we're still on track for the good ending.
Может быть, ему и удастся
Because the pioneers there were fine with us. The Olga and her friends.
Да
Yeah.
что угодно, я готов ко всему.
I think we're locked into the good ending now. Bad ending is Alyosha gets shot. Okay, gotcha.
Без тебя мне незачем жить, не о чем мечтать.
We live in a
Тем
Martin
более, что
Lockheed
если бы не моя
society.
мечта, ты сейчас была бы здорова.
My wife. My wife.
Артём, знаешь, я когда эту фотку с Тихим океаном нашла, я почему-то решила, мы до него обязательно доедем.
No, too yellow for you. There's a real reason for it. We're not done yet. The game's not done.
Все эти реки, горы, пустыни, это все не то. Океан и точка. Верила, что доедем. Доеду. Артём, я знаю, я справляюсь. А если сама не смогу, ты ведь меня опять спасешь, правда? Артём, прекращай себя мучить. Мне просто больно на тебя смотреть. На вас с папой. Не виноваты ни твоя мечта, ни его вера в оккупантов. Это просто судьба.
Okay, just because you're dying doesn't mean you get to be pretentious. Maybe you should stop talking? Like, actually, though, medically, maybe you should talk less? Like, just sit next to me? Okay. Jesus Christ. Holy shit, you're gonna die. You have to breathe.
Ну, скажи, что случилось, Настена? Кто тебя обидел?
Никто.
Wait, who would bully her? You're the only kid on here.
Чего же ты плачешь?
Я боюсь.
Боишься? Что случилось?
Вот, кашель у меня. Вдруг как у тети Ани.
Да что ты, Настенька. Ты ведь газом не дышала. Это просто простуда. Это мы мигом вылечим.
Yeah, thankfully what Anna has is not contagious.
Это Алёша. Как и обещал, выхожу на связь. Надеюсь, ты слышишь.
Anna has juicy pussy syndrome. Oh yeah, my wife is dying of tight fuckable holes syndrome. It's devastating. Doc says she's got the worst case that he's ever seen.
Этот снимок Новосибирска мы сначала посчитали испорченным. Так, а что здесь? По описанию зоны сильного заражения показаны зеленым, а некорректные данные малиновым. Но только сегодня я заметил...
Dying of dehydration from how wet her pussy is 24/7, just losing too much water.
Простыми словами, зашкаливает там. До Новосибирска еще 500 километров.
I just managed to place an order for Kim Kitsuragi's bomber jacket and I'm super hyped for it to come in.
Wait, can you order Kim Kitsuragi's bomber jacket? They're expensive? Yeah, okay. Oh, you totally can. That looks really cool.
Hardest game character romance crush? Mass Effect fan and Tailai romance stan myself.
What do you mean by hardest? I don't know. Oh, these are made to order. Okay, they're like a custom thing. I don't know what you mean by hardest. Dude, this is super drippy. I don't even know what the price is, because it's made to order, but... that's pretty drippy. It's not my preferred color, because it's not burgundy. I think the jacket went to 100 or so. That's not bad, honestly. Okay, hold on.
Лет. Уровень радиации, конечно, снизился, но... В общем, Новосибирск, похоже, смертельно.
Что теперь делать? Я скажу, что делать. Мы с Артемом пойдем.
They probably mean what video game character you've had the biggest crush on. Damn, I've had crushes on a good... I'd have to think about it. I wish I had a better memory.
Were you a fan of Christopher Hitchens?
Not really. I never got into the new atheist craze.
Тем не менее, мы орден. Мы один экипаж и должны действовать вместе.
A lot of people are into 2B from Nier Automata, but I didn't find her personality compelling at all. It's not enough that she's hot. You know, if I'm gonna have a crush on a character, I have to, like, be into them, you know?
центре города или в одной из лабораторий Академгородка. Так что жизнь Ани и в ваших руках тоже. Ну и третье. Куда бы мы ни двинули, на носу зима, и застрять на Авроре в снегах нам что? Никак нельзя, это точно. Помните, что Ермак рассказывал? Напомни им,
I can't speak Russian, and I can't read English.
Там наверняка найдется снегоочиститель для Авроры. Итого, обыскать лабораторию в Академгородке и подготовить Аврору к зиме. Вот ваша
No,
задача.
Sans.
Экипаж, приступить к подготовке. Также с этого момента постоянно следим за радиационным фоном за бортом. Сэм, ты первый. А что там радиация смертельная, так это вообще-то хорошая новость.
Вы имеете в виду, что некому было аптеки и больницы грабить?
Точно, в отличие от городков, что мы обыскали.
I'm still trying to think what game characters I've had the biggest crushes on. I'm really struggling to think, because I know there are game characters. I just don't have a good memory.
Да, что там с ними?
I'm kind of frustrated.
Конкретно получилось собрать только два.
Аня пока держится. Она верит в меня. Верит в нас и верит не зря. 1000 километров остались позади. Перед нами Новосибирск. Мертвый город, в холодном радиоактивном сердце которого
You guys have
таится
shit
надежда
taste.
на жизнь. Лекарство, способное спасти ее. Год назад мы покинули отравленные руины
Tifa?
Москвы.
I would never have a crush on a Final Fantasy character. Fucking miss me with that shit. Not even Tifa. I've never played Final Fantasy VII. Lady Demetress? No! I can't have a crush on a video game character from a character that's designed well alone. They need to have a good personality that makes me want to, like, check all their dialogue and stuff. RPGs are going to be the best ones for that. It's not enough, like, I'm not going to have a crush on a character if they're cute. Like, it's a video game. They need to be more than cute. That'd be like having a crush on every cute drawing that an artist posts. Like, a crush? Really? Like, it's a cute drawing, but, like, for me to like the character, they have to have a good personality. That's my shit. Kim Kitsuragi? Well, Kim Kitsuragi is a given. I think I was really into both of the main female leads in Divinity Original Sin 2. The assassin lady and the red hair. I think I was pretty into both of them. They were very well developed. You a Triss or Yennefer main? Yennefer is objectively the correct answer if you've read the books and also if you have a brain. Not just for you, but for Ciri. Well, we're back in Metro Zone. That's true, Flavier.
Похоже, тут все сложнее, чем мы надеялись. Времени нет, так что пойдем на пролом. Пройдемся по плану еще раз. Ермак, Аврору уведем на юг, на грузовую станцию.
Oh god, I don't remember a final city area.
Степан?
Мы с Крестом, Сэмом и Идиотом отправляемся в корпус института.
Clearly this means we need to pull a donkey and review the top 10 hottest female Sonic characters discourse. Also, I prefer Misato Katsuragi's jacket.
That's true.
Отлично. Мы с Артемом
The Misato drip is undeniable. Who wouldn't want to be a commander of a top-secret military organization while wearing a miniskirt? And like a cute little, like, midriff jacket.
Увидимся на точке сбора.
Удачи!
Where'd your pellet gun go? I think we're about to get it again. Yep.
Да. Ты, пожалуйста, присмотри за ней, пока мы с Артемом не вернемся. Договорились?
Конечно.
Did you see that lift, by the way? This dude is strong as fuck. He didn't have to press the girl against his chest to lift her at all. He just bent down, and without his back folding in at all, just lifted the kid up. Did you crush on Midna? Midna's a horrible personality. I think Midna's cute. I certainly did when I played the game, at least. But that, not a crush.
Аня сильная, она вас дождется. Обязательно дождется. Вы только возвращайтесь.
This is all low-key Artyom's fault? I don't think so, man. Anna ran off on her own and fell into that Emma bunker and knocked her head and got radiation poisoning. Our only mistake was not, like, magically finding her fast enough, you know? That was her fault for running off. Load me up. 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 But Artyom's the reason they had to flee in the first place? I mean, I guess, but, like, that was a pretty fucked situation. Okay. Here we go. Do we want to keep the crossbow? Oh, okay, look, they're giving us the, full upgrade.
Will you do the DLCs? Sam's story is good, and Two Generals was sad and got fatherhood vibes. That I called my dad and told him I loved him after it.
No, we're gonna be done with this. We've been on the Metro series for a long time. A long time. Like, since 8 months ago. I'm happy to put it to rest. I want our game streams to be a bit more focused, you know? Like, not just me chilling or whatever. Do I want to do this? Rate of fire, damage. I'll just keep high damage with the twin bow. Yeah, it's been a long time. Keeping the shotgun. No. We want the better shotgun. And for the rifle, we want the bullpup. I probably won't play any Village DLC. I tend not to be that interested in DLC in games unless I buy the game when the DLC is already out. I don't care about a scope here. What are your thoughts on Fallout New Vegas DLC? I tended to like it. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, Tempest, Wind Waker would be a pretty fun game to play. It's also been remastered too, so we would get to appreciate it in full screen HD, you know? That'd be cool. I'll probably do Elden Ring DLC, yeah. Hey, this place looks like it sucks. I don't recall them well enough absent TV. Lonesome Road was pretty good.
Очень на это надеюсь.
Oh boy. I don't think we'll be able to play for much longer. It's 10:30. I forgot that there was this whole other area. Well, the good thing is that there are no longer any, moral points. We can just run and gun.
Have you decided what kind of nuggies people will be questing for? Mickey D's? Wendy's? Tyson's? Ida's has to know.
No, Dino Nuggies. Yeah, I'll admit that I wasn't as taken by Lonesome Road. I think my favorite Fallout New Vegas DLC would have been the wacky one with all the robot scientists and your brain being replaced and all that crap. if it weren't for the terrible balancing in that area, the miserable, yeah, Old War Blues, if it weren't for the miserable fucking balancing, where half the enemies can be dispatched regularly with like a reasonable degree of difficulty, and the other half it's like 3 invulnerable one-hit kill zombie robot dogs that require 8,000 rounds of ammunition to kill. Really weird how they balance that. Fuck, no, you know what? We should stop right here. Yeah, it just saved. Yeah, we should stop right here, because we're about to do, like, the whole thing. Like, we should do this the next game stream. No, yeah, this is, like, the right time to stop. Otherwise, it's just like, oh yeah, we got 5 minutes into the area. Zan is about to play Fallout New Vegas for the first time blind playthrough on stream. Wait, really? We'll host Zan then, is that true? By about to, do you mean right now? No, of course you don't mean right now. You mean about to, like, in the future. Okay, yeah. Alright. Well, I'm not going to be streaming tomorrow because Vermin is leaving tomorrow. Vermin is, Vermin's heading on a vacation. So without Vermin, I'll have more free time, and also I'll be lonelier, which increases the likelihood of me streaming for longer. So my unhappiness is your content, folks. Keep that in mind. But you know what makes me happy? Oh, this cat. Beep beep. Choo choo. I love Train Cat. I love him so much. He's my friend. Okay, let me see who to host. Oh my god.
Booba.
That's so fucking true. Oh, I know who I'll host. Nicosaurus is doing a subathon on Twitch. Here.
Just pass it to me. I'm open. Come on.
I can't show you because of Twitch pre-roll ads. Another one? Yeah, another one. Another one. We're playing Metal Gear Revengeance after Metro. No, we have to finish Fury, which we're a little over halfway through, I think. And after that, Metal Gear Revengeance, I think, will be the next game. I might end up doing Fury on my own time, though, because the later bosses on Fury or difficulty are going to be... they're going to be challenging, and, you know... I want to do this. I don't think it's good for me to play games that are like very difficulty centric on stream, because I do tend to play better off stream because I'm concentrating and not distracted by chat. And also, I feel like I'm being less fun when I stream a game to chat, and it's like, oh yeah, let's repeat the same area for an hour and a half as I try to like master this incredibly difficult pattern, you know. Like, it's less fun. So I might do Fury on my own. I'll have to think about it. Yeah. I don't want to play Fall Guys. Oh, fuck. Yeah, Tempest. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll do them tomorrow for sure. Wink. No, really, I'll try to. The heat wave broke today, so it's not like disgusting here in the office. Play Ultra Kill. Ultra Kill I'll probably play off stream. I play a lot of games off stream. I'm almost done with Crosscode. I did not think Crosscode would take that long. Holy shit, I did not think Crosscode would take that long. Oh my god, I didn't think it was that big of a game. I just reinstalled that. Yeah, it's big. It's a big one. I know, Tempest. Crosscode is like 120 hours easy if you try hard enough. Yeah. Yeah. I miss when you talk to Adam playing Fall Guys. Yeah, real content would be playing Fall Guys with Adam and talking about the 2021 Oscars. Do you play Warframe ever? I have 300 hours in Warframe. But I haven't played it in a long time. I used to play it, not anymore. I'm trying not to play forever games. Because I feel like it's kind of bad for you. You know what I mean? Like, okay, this might sound kind of dumb, but I feel like forever games, like games where you just play them interminably, like they have time-gated content, and like, oh, you know, you can gather 10 butt plugs per day, and with 1,000 butt plugs, you get the mount, or whatever, you know, like, whatever. I feel like, outside of a good social experience, or a very refined difficulty curve, it's not good to play those games. So, to put it another way, I think it's okay to put a lot of time into World of Warcraft or whatever, if you have, like, a good guild that you're playing with. But if you're just, like, playing on your own, and it's just like, yeah, I gotta grind it out, like, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of fucked. I don't know if any piece of media is meant to be permanently enjoyed that way. We don't do that with movies or TV shows or books. Every piece of media, like, in all of history, is supposed to end, but then we make games where it's like, yeah, like, this is just meant to be your thing, you know? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna send you over to, Nicosaurus. How long will Vermin be gone? Like 2 months. It's alright, I'll still have Canoe. Wait! Canoe is streaming. No, I already said Nicosaurus. I can't be partial like that. Alright. I love you guys. I'll see you all soon. Next stream will be politics. I just didn't do it today because we were spending time together. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see you soon.